You're up.
All right, what's up, guys? A little live simulcast that we're going to do. We're going to hang around for a couple hours, watch some games, throw on some bets, take some questions if you guys have any. We'll see how it goes. We are here on our YouTube channel at OddsChecker US, so make sure if you're here, subscribe, like, get involved with the community, and we'll have some fun tonight. Ben, how you doing?
Doing good tonight. Providence is down 19 right now.
Yeah.
Almost 20, and we both have Providence, so we need a pretty big comeback here. But it's March. It's March 1st, which means anything can happen at this point.
That is true. Yeah, I mean, I like it. You know, it's time to come back for Providence. A bunch of other games on the screen, guys. The left-hand side is my bets for tonight. Right hand will be Ben's. So pretty much nothing really overlaps, except we are opposite. He's on Texas tonight. With the points I do want to point out, we both technically could win.
Yep.
You know, you could win by 2. You can win by 1. Just getting some math down there. So that's a possibility. Keep an eye out for that. There's some other plays on the left. Most of this stuff will start at 7 o'clock now. College usually pretty on time. The NBA games will be a little bit later. That Cavs-Celtics game, that should be good. That's on ESPN. We get the Lakers-Thunder tonight. But Vince has got some college hoops, got some small schools too out there, right?
Yeah, we got some mid-majors. Playing some conference tournaments. Love conference tournament time, especially when you get to like the third or fourth day and you got teams playing like 3 days in a row. Like I can imagine. I never obviously did that, but that's got to be like super tough for those kids, like playing 3-4 days in a row, especially when you're like a lower seed, because that means you're a lower seed by the fourth day. You could be playing a top seed and you're just exhausted. So like. But sometimes they get it done, man. It's interesting to see, but I love conference tournament time. It's so fun.
Yeah, it's got to be a lot on their bodies for sure. But yeah, it is good time. We've had a few already tip off, like you mentioned. Some good games so far. These major conferences, obviously, this is their last week of the season. Just 4 days left in the college basketball regular season. So yeah, it's going quick, isn't it? Kind of flew by.
It did. I always treat it like a pro sport because the seasons like are longer in pro sports. But then I remember when like the season's almost done and it's March, it's kind of just like 2 months, and it goes so fast. I mean, it's a little more, but it goes so fast. It's like, I mean, from you basically got November through February, so it's basically 3 months. But some teams, of course, so they're already in their conference tournament before March even starts. So, I mean, It's such a quick season, but it's fun.
It is. It's definitely goes by too fast, but it's a good thing about sports. Every month has its own season. Right now, college basketball takes center stage. So Selection Sunday, obviously, a couple weeks away. That'll be fun. A few teams out there playing tonight that are kind of battling for their March Madness hopes. A lot of teams is working on seeding at this point. Xavier now up 21, Ben. So it'll be a challenge if they can keep it under 30 at half.
Yeah, this is tough. It's also tough because you're like 5 seconds ahead of me.
So you just keep getting bad. Well, I mean, in a game like this, I feel like you already kind of accept it. Like that's a nice thing sometimes about being blown out. You accept an early loss, so there's no like crush factor, which is always good. But then again, it's just kind of it for a second, and then you remember, okay, well, I still lost. So.
They just made another 3. They can't miss right now.
Yeah, well, and Providence can't really score, so that's a tough recipe to win. Providence 5 for 22.
This is just one of those games that you just have to, like, kind of like you said, just accept the early loss. It's not even that. It's just one of those games where, like, Xavier is just not missing at all. I mean, they're on pace for over 50 points in the first half.
Should we put it red on the board now to just try to do some reverse?
Yeah, we might as well just chalk it up here.
Yeah, I don't know if these are super like we only really get one reverse jinx a day. You know what I mean? I don't even know if this is worth it. It's like that they're down 22 in college basketball is like 55 in the NBA. So it's gonna be and Providence isn't really like that where they can just like fill it up quick. I'll tell you what, if they get it to 12 at half, I'll give them then we throw it in red. 12 or less. Because then it's like, all right, 4-possession game.
Wow.
They just can't get stops.
They can't get a stop. Their defense That's the thing about like I agree with you. Providence isn't really a team that can like come back. I just don't know if Ed Cooley is like the defensive coach they need. Like, cause I mean, they've had a decent defense so far this year, but you look at their losses, like that UConn loss, they gave up 87 points. And then, of course, obviously, they gave up 85 to Xavier last time, even though that was in overtime. But like Marquette, they gave up 83. Like, it seems like the games they're losing, they're all like higher scoring. It's like, I think they need to just lock in on their defense and play a slower pace because they play a slow pace on offense. So it's like, if the other team, if they just can't stop them, it's hard for them to come back. Kind of like this game.
Yeah, I mean, if you play at a certain pace, that's why a team like Providence, it all depends, who they get come March Madness because so right now they're probably on like a 5-6 line, right?
Yeah.
So like they'll have a tough first round game, obviously, but like if they run into a team that's more offensive minded, they're going to be in trouble, I think, because I just don't think they're going to be able to keep pace with the way they play.
Yeah.
But we'll see. A long way to go in this game, right? We still got 25 minutes and some change. Anything in that?
They're playing some good half court defense now. They're they got a trap in the backcourt.
Yeah. If we're counting traps, I think they lost. I don't know. I think that might be
Hey, well, the good news is Xavier finally missed a shot, so
there you go.
I think they just made like 30 in a row. So I mean, there is hope because they finally missed.
There is hope. Maybe, yeah. I mean, they're gonna be. That's why I said you get it to 12. I don't want to say you're fine, but like 12.
Providence is in the bonus too.
All right. Nice. Yeah. I think there were how many fouls? 8. I hate 1-on-1. College 1-on-1s, man, are tough.
Yeah, so they get free throws here with clock stop. That's nice. I mean, realistically, I agree with you. I think if they can cut it to like even I'd say under 15. Like if it's like 13-ish, 13, maybe 14, but that's doable. Because you got to think like, dude, I know Xavier is like one of the best like I get Xavier's the best offense probably in the Big East, but at the same time, you got to figure on the road they're gonna go colder in the second half. Like there's no way they repeat this. But maybe I'll eat my words and they're just gonna come out and put 100 up. Who knows?
Very possible. Very possible.
I don't like Xavier as like a tournament team though, just because. Well, I mean, of course, it depends on.
I feel like Xavier's shooting better than they're only shooting, and not only it's obviously great, 57%. It feels like they're shooting like 70.
Yeah, seriously. I think it's possession.
Providence is shooting 24%.
Did you just see that? He just had a 10-foot jumper wide open. No one even contested him. I
was not surprised with him.
I was trying to look at the injury status because I mean I don't really like them as a tournament team, but Fremantle should. I mean, it says early March, so he should be back. I mean, obviously Fremantle's in. They're doing. I mean, it looks like their offense is doing fine right now, but like with Fremantle, they're even better. But I still don't like them as a tournament team.
They're an interesting team for sure.
Yeah. I feel like all it's going to take in the tournament is just one cold offensive, like half even, not even a full game, and they're just going to be out of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's all, that's all it is to it, really. But they started the season so hot and then kind of, came back to reality. I don't know. Yeah, I don't see them as like I think their ceiling is like if they reach Sweet 16. That's a good year for them.
Which is interesting because if they win this game, they're probably going to move up a few spots. They'll probably be like, I don't know, 16-ish, 15. Maybe it's a road win too, so they might move up to like 15, 14. And
where do they of Providence?
They'll be like a 4 seed in the tournament. You think probably like around a 4, 5 maybe?
4, 5. Big difference, obviously. 5-12 is always like the upset.
5-12, dude. It's like the most popular upset in the tournament.
Yeah, so
5-12. They're crazy.
I don't think you want to be a 5 seed.
No, I'd rather have an 8-9 than a 5-12.
maybe right? At least for that first game. Then you have to play a 1 seed, so that's fine.
That's true.
But for the moment, yeah, I feel what you're saying.
Xavier is 5-5 in quad 1 games this season, which is kind of yeah. They're 6-1 in quad 2s though, and their first tournament game will probably be quad 2.
Probably quad, yeah. The issue for me with Providence is like, what are they 15-0 at home this year, and then like on the road they're like 500. So like I just hate teams that are like amazing at home and then just not very good on the road.
Oh, wait.
All
Wait.
right, back to
smell
12.
it.
You're back to
I can
12.
smell it. Yeah, let me see.
I called 12, right, as the number, and then it's a 4-possession game. You got a shot now, right? But they got to close. Now, this is the thing, that you got to close a half. You got to close a half strong. Like, these next 3 minutes.
Xavier just took a timeout, though, which means, that means they're feeling the pressure. Sean Miller, he's feeling it, man.
It means they're scared. That's what it means.
If you got League Pass, Prez, turn on this Hornets Suns game. Durant's playing, but this Hornets floor is like the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God, you have no idea.
I weirdly used to bet on. Well, I don't know if it was 2 years ago or the year before when the Hornets were decent, when they made the play-in. I would just watch a lot of Hornets games. I don't know why. I would, bet on or against them. They also have a great announcer, so
he is good.
We catch my attention, but okay, I just turned it on. KD is playing, right?
Yeah, his first game. Do you see this floor?
No, my thing's still on Steve Clifford right now. Oh, it's pretty ugly.
Yeah, this is unbelievable.
That's it. That's just an ugly. They just don't go together.
Yeah, what is that color? It's like a puke green.
Yeah, it's like a green that's not. It's gross. DeAndre Ayton first basket. I was gonna do KD first basket, but I was like, "There's no way the books are good."
He took the first shot. He missed.
Did he? Well, actually, good. I didn't take it.
All right. Are we thinking about a live bet here on Providence, or are we chalking it up as a loss?
Kevin Durant's first points is his son. We're recording on the Simulcast. A live bet on Providence? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I'm sorry.
Interesting.
I want to say that they could win. If these are big 3 minutes. If they cut it even a little more, 8. What's the price right now live?
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. You got to take it now, because if they cut it even more, you're not going to get that great of a line. Right now, they're plus 550. I see plus 11.5 spread, and they're only down 12. Do you really? Oh wait, no, it just moved to 6.5. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say that had to be old. There's no way. What are they on the money line? 280.
Plus. Oh, it just closed for me.
Yeah.
Plus 240.
240. Yeah, that's not even a great number for being down by 12.
No. That's a horrible line. That almost tells me they will come back, because it's such a low line.
Well, like I said, that last game, Xavier, when they played the first time, it was like this. Xavier was up a ton, and then Providence went on a couple runs, and then that second half was insane. I'll never forget that. It was day 5 of the other ladder, I think, or day 6. It was on the back end. That game was just absurd. It was one of the best games of the year. But
wait,
sweat.
Boom, I'm probably mispronouncing that, but Bohm has 19 points already?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that guy's been – well, like I said, I turned it on a little late, but I watched he's been filling it up.
The dude has 19 points. It's not even halftime.
And
he's college.
So good.
So
– who's winning the Big East tournament, though? It's Villanova. They're carrying draw. They would play Georgetown and then Providence. They'll win those games. And then semifinals, they'd play their Xavier or Seton Hall probably. That'll be tough, but they just beat Xavier.
Yeah, I just can't imagine. I think it's really dependent on the last game, for their momentum going into the tournament, because they play Connecticut. They play UConn at home. And, if they win that game, they're going to have a ton of momentum going into the tournament.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're back on
momentum.
So they're back on the bubble. They have a very slim chance for an at-large, as slim as you could have. But if they can reach the final, that was a bad call.
Wait, what?
He stripped him.
Yeah, he stripped him. How do they call that? Wow, that's stupid. That's a big swing too, because that could be a 4-point swing.
It was gonna be 10. Well, who's shooting the free throws? Jones.
Yeah, that's a 4-point swing if he makes both. Maybe even.
Bill Raftery just said it was clean. Bill knows.
So the thing about Villanova, if they beat UConn, I think they're gonna get an at-large. Because you look at their resume, they have some huge. Oh, he missed the front end.
They're ball online.
But they're gonna have some really good wins, especially coming down the stretch. I feel like they'll make it if they beat UConn for sure, but that's gonna be a really hard game.
He just kicked it. Oh, thanks.
Oh, he's not making the front end. Oh, wait, they're in the double bonus. All right, we just need him to make like one or two of these.
Is it Croswell?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not making. He might.
Yeah, no, he's not making both. We just need him to make one.
Wait, how was that not a? Oh, maybe it was Croswell's foot that kicked it. It looked like the other guy like lifted his leg.
We just need him to make 50% here.
If he makes,
like Shaq with line.
I feel like he's not like an awful free throw shooter though.
No, yeah, he's actually got a pretty good stroke for a big man. Like that's not bad form.
Yeah, it just didn't go in.
But yeah, if they beat UConn, dude, Xavier, Creighton, Seton Hall on the road, and Connecticut, that's 4 quad 1 wins to close out your season. Like, I feel like they have to make it.
That's the thing with Nova. They like that's just 2 missed free throws. It's a turnover.
Yeah.
Sad. That would have been big.
Tough.
No, yeah, they definitely have a chance. They definitely have a chance to. Well, like I said, injuries is kind of like plugged. Like Moore being out was massive. I mean, he got hurt in March Madness last year. Like if he didn't get hurt, like that Final Four game going in, you knew Kansas was winning. Like
yeah. Oh, here we go. That's his spot. That's 9. That's single digits.
Here they come. 10-0 run.
Wait, so I was just gonna say, dude, they only had 8 points at the 9.5 minute mark. I want to say, was it 9.5 minutes?
Yeah, they're starting to fill it up a little bit. And well, I mean, you just can't give up like even like I just hate when the teams give back.
Why are you letting him get that board there?
Was it a foul?
What? That wasn't. They were all straight up.
I thought it was a jump ball.
I just don't like Villanova because their defense is not the same this year. Like without Jay Wright. Like, dude. So I was looking at this earlier, like in the season actually, and I know that they had like injuries too, but their defense with Kyle Neptune, it's the lowest defensive efficiency in 20 years since Jay Wright started. So it's like I just don't.
Well, I mean, Jay Wright's like a Hall of Fame. Like he's a massive. Like to replace him is.
What is that? That was a really bad shot selection.
I'll blame the net for being like messed up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Jay Wright is a Hall of Fame coach for sure. And like just because of that, I mean, Kyle Neptune could be a good coach. It's just like it's his first year, so I'm not gonna like judge him based off his first season. But I just don't know if their defense is there. But I mean, this is a crazy end of the season here. And he should have definitely passed that in the paint.
Yeah, no, that was it.
I don't know why he didn't pass that. But I will say Villanova, the reason they've been so like successful, obviously, when they won, what was that, 2016 when they won last, right? I think it was 2016. And then they won 2018, right?
Yeah, they won like 2 pretty quick.
It was 16 and 18, I think. They were like they played a slow tempo and they were just like had really good turnover ratios. And that's how they were so good in the tournament. And I just don't know if they're that same like style of team. It seems like they're more of like an offensive team now, which like doesn't seem really their like style. So I don't know. But hey, maybe I'm too quick to judge Kyle Neptune. Maybe
no, I mean it's definitely like it's a long shot that they get in, obviously. But I just think if they didn't get hurt, I think like betting on them. I don't know if the odds are up, but betting on them to like win the Big East, especially if they're the 6, because that first game against Georgetown, they're gonna win. So like it's pretty much like a bye. So like if Nova ends up getting the 6,
they're plus 650 to win the conference tournament right now.
It's not even like that crazy. But
yeah, that's 6th highest. It goes odds wise. It goes Marquette plus 300, UConn plus 350, Creighton plus 430, Xavier plus 460, Providence plus 650. Oh, okay. So Villanova and Providence are actually tied at plus.
Isn't that crazy? Like Providence is like a ranked team who's a shoo-in for the playoffs.
I know. Yeah, that's well. The Big East is like it's kind of wide open. Like I know that Marquette's obviously at the top, like pretty heavily right now with 16 conference wins. But oh, dude, that's 3 missed free throws now.
There's kill you.
Yeah, this is 5 points. But at the same time, it's like I feel like Marquette's not winning the Big East tournament. I don't know why. Like I guess.
Well, I know what you mean. Like it's like the whole like they're like supposed to, like I hate that too when it's like you're the favorite.
Yeah. I feel like for the odds on it, I like I actually kind of like UConn a lot.
UConn's good, yeah. UConn's like UConn's like title odds, at least as of like a week or two ago, weren't even like that crazy. Like I think they're seen as from like a betting standpoint the best team in the Big East.
Did you see this UConn DePaul score?
Yes, Ben texted me earlier as a joke and said, we were talking about our bets. He was like, UConn money too.
Yeah,
yeah. And I was like, who are they playing? Like,
yeah, don't ask me my bets. And I said UConn money line and what was the other one? Creighton money line.
Yeah, so they were both like heavy favorites.
They're both like minus 17 tonight.
All right, missing some free throws back. That's not bad. Well, they should hold for kind of one. So
they should hold for one, and they should try to take it all the way down so that they can't get a good
at least where the
shot.
point where it shoot. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
I would say try and get a look into like just go for don't even go for the three. I just know they're gonna shoot a three here. I don't know why, but I feel like they will.
If they nail a three, though, take it in at 6.
True. If they nail a three. Oh, that's a clean block. Oh, get that.
Is that about? They went to.
I have it muted so it doesn't like pick up on my mic, so I can't really hear what's going on.
Yeah, no, I think they went too quick there. That was a good block.
What are the games we got on here on our card? Are any of the other games started yet?
Yeah, we got. I got Notre Dame.
Oh, that's 7:30, right?
Yeah, no, that started. They're up by 4 right now. Hold on, give me 1 second. There's a treat like that fell under my TV and my dog's barking.
Wait, what?
The tree fell under
a tree.
TV. Yeah, a tree.
It's like a Kong ball thing. Like
they love those Kong things.
Yeah, so like you put like the tree in it. So like
I thought you said tree, TREE. I was like, a tree just fell in your house.
Yeah, there's just a tree under. All right, well we got it down to 9. We'll actually take that.
Hey, you said 12 and under at halftime. That's
I did. You're right.
I think just talking about a reverse jinx actually initiated the reverse jinx.
I think you're right. I think it did. All right, so live, listen to this. They're only plus 190 live.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's actually kind of insane.
Did you watch the Boise game last night? I was on Boise.
Yeah, I was on San Diego State.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like.
Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks.
Yeah, I didn't want you to have bad memories of it. But that game was like kind of like this. Where at the end they were up by like what? It was 9, right? With like
they were up 8. They were up 60-52. I remember it very clearly because it's imprinted in my brain. They were up 60-52 with 5 minutes left, and they did not score a single point, not even a free throw, the last 5 minutes of the game. And Boise closed on a 16-0 run.
Yeah, wild run. I actually had turned it off because I was, a bunch of games on, and I was like, I kind of chalked it up, and then like people were texting about it. They're like, Max Rice is like one insane. Like I guess he ripped off like 8 straight or something, and
yeah.
So I mean, look, 9 points, Ben. That's not a lot. If stop.
Sean Goers in the chat said Evan Mobley first bucket.
Well, there's
his best bet. Yeah.
For the Cavs game, yeah.
How did I know there was where can I see the chat?
I sent you the YouTube link.
Oh.
It's in the email.
What are the odds on that?
I'm trying to get. They got to be high.
Wait, Nigel, can I tweet that link out or no?
No, I mean we're trying to get people to sign up. That was kind of the point. You could tweet out the sign up link and say we're on now or something.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if it was okay. No, now I see it. I'm back. Yeah, I'm not a YouTube. Like I'm not great at a YouTube yet, so I'm still.
You sound like a grandma.
The YouTube chat is actually better than the Twitter chat.
Really?
Yeah, because you can see all the history.
Evan Mobley is actually the 4th lowest odds to score. He's plus 600. It's Donovan Mitchell, Tatum, Brown, and then Mobley. So he must get a lot of first baskets because his odds are pretty low.
I think I'm going to tail this guy.
You're going to take Evan Mobley plus 600?
I'll take it.
I'll take it. I'll take it for 5.
We're all tailing Sean.
Yep, we're all tailing Sean, so let's get Evan Mobley.
I got faith in Sean. He sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
Starts in 10 minutes. Yeah.
He's got no in his last name. That sounds positive.
Thought Thoughts on Utah State versus UNLV. I kind of liked UNLV with the point. What's the exact line now? I think it moved a little bit.
We were getting like 3.5 or 4 this morning.
Yeah, I think I saw 3.5. UNLV plus 3.5. Yeah. So I mean, I kind of like that just because I like Harkless a lot. He's like actually one of my favorite players in the conference. And obviously, like it's a home game. They've been pretty good at home. They actually lost like 3 in a row before their last game. So kind of like a bounce back. I know they just won a game too, but it's sort of a bounce back because they lost 3 in a row before that. So I don't know. I mean, I like them just because their pace. Like they got a pretty good offense at home. I know their offense is like horrible on the road. But I don't know. Utah State, they're kind of sneaky right now. They won 3 in a row. But you're getting 3.5, so they could lose by a bucket.
Yeah, that's it. That's kind of a tough game. The thing with Utah State, like last 2 games of the year, what I worry about is teams like UNLV, like motivation factor. Utah State is they're still a bubble team. Like they're firmly on the bubble right now. So if Utah State loses tonight, probably out, right? Like
for sure.
So like mentally, I hate backing a team that's like not. I don't want to say they're not cared, but you know what I mean. Like when the other team's kind of playing it like a playoff game. How rowdy does a UNLV crowd get, Ben? That's what we got to figure out. You know, like what kind of atmosphere are we going into?
I mean, so it's their last. It's going to be senior night, and they have.
I'll tell people that when me and Krabs brought up senior night yesterday, and people do not like senior night. They do not think it's a valid reason to bet on the team.
No, it's not. So what I was gonna say is I actually fade teams on senior night because I think it's almost like a reverse spot. Like I feel like if you're playing emotional because it's your last game, you're almost gonna play like not as well. Like I don't know if that makes sense, but in my head it kind of does.
It's like a moment. Yeah, the moment becomes bigger than the game. Like you kind of
exactly, and especially for a team like UNLV, like you said, they don't have like a ton to play for. Like if I'm a senior and I'm on a 17-11 season, and I know I'm not making the tournament, like. I'm more focused on this is my last game and like enjoying that than the fact that we need to win this game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially, it depends. Like, the kind of team. If your team kind of sucks, like UNLV,
way to put it light. Way to put it lightly.
you're probably not like. You're probably more worried about what kind of gift you're gonna get, how many points can I score on my senior night. So yeah, I don't know. I was looking at that game too because, like, if that game was a month ago, I'd be all over UNLV. But like at this point in the season, with most teams have 1 or 2 games left, right? Like there's pretty much nothing left, so it's hard. How about I kind of flicked over right now at half, and watching the Pitt Notre Dame game, obviously, but Maryland, Ohio State. All right, so Ohio State has been brutal this year. 4-14 in the Big Ten.
They're a bubble team.
They're what did you say?
I said they're a bubble team.
Oh, bubble team? No, well, like probably right. It's like a month ago they
they're an NIT bubble team.
They'll make the NIT. Yeah, that could be big. I was looking at like longest streaks. They were up there for like longest March Madness streaks. So that'll be snapped this year, obviously.
Really? Oh wait, no. It's not snapped this year. They could still win the conference tournament.
They could win the conference. Probably that 4-14 record. Maryland's such a hard team to figure out. I mean, it's early in the game. They're down 7, so like obviously not putting a lot of stuff into the Karen score with 9 minutes and a half. But such a good home team, kind of like we were talking about Providence. So like, but they have a lot of experience. They're a team that maybe could go on a run in March. But I just worry about like how bad they were so bad on the road this year.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. You're right. They weren't very great on the road. They have like a ton of iffy games that like were winnable too. Like Nebraska, winnable game. They took it to overtime and lost.
Yeah.
Like that's not a great one. Lost to Wisconsin on the road. Probably another one they should have won. But a lot of these are like quad 1 road losses, which like they're tough. But I feel like they shouldn't knock your resume that much because I mean road quad 1 games aren't easy. So it's like,
no, it shouldn't like not like a loss. No, not like a road loss to Wisconsin. But like, they should definitely be in and like be ranked. I'm just saying, like when they get to the tournament, I wonder how good they'll be.
Oh yeah, like as a tournament team. Yeah, I'm not even gonna think about betting them as like a future or anything.
Yeah, like I don't know if that's what I look at a lot with like tournament games. But then again, I mean, I don't know. March is so unpredictable. Maybe that doesn't matter too much.
So what are they gonna be? What you think they're gonna be like a eight seed maybe?
No, right now
7?
I'd say right now they're probably 6 or 7. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll be as high.
Big for like people are like what it seems like that playing for like seeding's huge. Like that staying off of that 8-9 line is
Seeding is huge. Yeah, like I think a lot of people underestimate that seed because like and especially this time of year, yeah, that one last game can be a huge difference in like who you match up in the first and second, and even in the second round with.
Yeah, because like, I mean, if you move on to like an 8-9 line, you're probably losing the second round. I mean, you have you have a really hard first game, and then you turn around and play I don't know Houston, Kansas, Baylor, UCLA, like someone that's going to be one of the favorites to win. So yeah, that'll be that's definitely something to keep an eye on as you watch these games. Just flicked on the Cavs Celtics game, got Celtics and Evan Mobley in play.
Yeah, it doesn't start for like another 20 minutes. ESPN's doing that weird thing where it's like, oh, it's a 7:30. Actually, no, it's 6:50.
I hate that so much. It's like one of my biggest pet peeves.
Worst, yeah.
But yeah, just look at the clock behind them. Does that say 19 or 14? 14 minutes till the game starts. So like, why don't you just list it as 7:45? Like that's not that hard of a step. Like,
I think the elephant in the room for me for Gonzaga is can they finally win the tournament? Like, do you think they have a shot this year?
Oh yeah, yeah. I was talking about this with my friends today. We were putting in some futures, and I was like, I hate to say this, but this is the first year I've been saying it all year. Gonzaga is like actually underrated, because usually they're like ranked top 5, and everyone's just like,
all right. Well, yeah, they don't have Chet Holmgren anymore.
Yeah, well, it's even like years before that. But like every year that they were like a top 5, top 10 team, people just got mad at like their resume, which like makes some sense. But you got to give them credit because like their out of conference schedule this year was really hard. Like they played, let's see exactly who they played, but they played like 4 or 5 like really good teams. So I give them credit for their schedule because I think they did. I mean, you can't really like they're moving conferences, right? Gonzaga, aren't they going to the Big 12, or am I like way wrong? I thought they were.
I think you might be right.
All right, so here's who they played though early in the year. They played Michigan State, right? Texas, Kentucky, Purdue, Xavier, Baylor. Like that's what, and they played Alabama. So that's like 7.
They beat Alabama on the road.
Yeah, so that's like 7 like really hard non-conference games. You know what I mean? And they won. They beat Michigan State, they beat Kentucky, they beat Xavier, and then they beat Bama. So like they won, like so they proved they lost by 1 to Baylor. The only game they really got blown out was they got blown out by Texas and blown out by Purdue. But other than that, they were right there. And St. Mary's is really good in their like they have their conference is not. I don't want to say they're top heavy, but like the bottom is pretty bad. But like Santa Clara is usually decent. LMU was pretty good this year. I mean, they beat them. So like, I mean, they were somewhat tested in conference, but yeah, they're out of conference schedule. You can't really knock them for that. So, but getting back to them as like a futures, I think it's a good spot. Like now they're back in the top 10, but remember they started the year too. I think they were number 2, right, in the nation, like coming into the year.
I believe so. Yeah.
Like they had a lot on them preseason, and they kind of like. They lost a few games, kind of fell under. Now they're coming back up, but they play. All right, here's who they play tonight: Chicago State. They're going to win that, so they're going to end.
They'll lose.
minus 28.5. So they're going to end the year winning like 8 in a row. It's a good time to peak.
Yeah,
I think this is their last. Yeah, this is their last game. This is their last regular season game. But yeah, they closed the year strong and. So who won did they win the conference? They're tied with – how's their tiebreaker work?
Isn't it with
St. Mary's?
Right? Yeah, I was going to say St. Mary's. Well, is St. Mary's –
This is weird. No, St. Mary's is
done.
So Gonzaga would win because they played one extra game?
Yeah, which that's unfair.
Wait, that's say state. They're like the only team to play 17
But
conference.
Gonzaga played one less
Oh,
non-conference.
wait, Chicago State. You know what? I'm wrong. Chicago State's not in their conference. This came to me.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
That's a really weird way.
Chicago State's an independent this year.
Yeah, they are. Them and Hartford are the only independents in college basketball league.
What kind of schedule maker for an independent team makes Gonzaga their last game? Like, oh wait, no, they have one more.
Good views. I guess it's good for views, right? Some people watch that. Yeah, that's weird. Then they play Fresno State too. Like, what? That's a really weird. But again, they're independent, so like, I guess they just kind of match up with like who they can.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chicago State. They were like the worst team in college basketball a few years ago. 11 wins this year. So
that's true. And I think it's not like it's got to be hard to be an independent because you're just bouncing around and
nobody wants to play you. Like nobody wants putting that on. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I guess they're good for tonight, a senior night game, because it's a guaranteed win, and they might be good for an early season game where you just want to get the boys into some flow. So they might serve a purpose there, but yeah, that's funny. Them and Hartford. Well, the only reason Hartford's transferring or independent is because they're transferring to Division III, I think, or Division II in like a year. So they kind of got screwed.
Yeah, it's kind of like when Alabama flies in like an FCS opponent at the beginning of the season just to like blow them out by like 50. Like they're just bringing them in for a free win. That's what Gonzaga is doing at the end of the season.
Yes,
they're ending on a good note. They're like, screw it, man. We're just gonna come out and win. But what's the spread? I didn't even look at that game. Like I didn't even consider betting it because I don't like those 30+ spreads. But I didn't even look. 28.5.
Oh, for tonight? Yeah, 28.5.
I mean, realistically, they probably cover that. I just hate betting those lines because you have to bet on blowout.
Well, like early in the season, you kind of have to because early
in the season you have to.
Yeah, like there's like no other games on. Like they're really good teams, and like you want to start in like November. You're like, why not? Like, oh, it's Kansas. They're back. They're gonna win by 40. So yeah, you definitely hit those flows where like you kind of get the big number.
So
Gonzaga, long way of answering that question, Ben. I think they can win it.
Long way to answer the question. Well, I was just saying because like I kind of agree with you. I feel like the reason they haven't been able to get it done is just because there's always like that. Oh, they're expected to win, so it's like they don't. And when you think about it, they got close like a few times. Like I know they lost last season to Arkansas, and what was that? The Sweet 16? I can't remember. I think it was the Sweet 16.
You might have been right.
The season before that, they made it to the final.
They lost to Baylor. Yeah, they made it far. It's not like they're like a fraud. Like, all right, there's how many teams are there in college basketball? 300 something. Like
365 this year.
Yeah, even making like the Elite Eight Sweet 16. Like that's still like insanely impressive. Especially a team like Gonzaga. People don't realize Gonzaga was like nothing before. That's why I think Mark Hughes, like, he'll be a Hall of Fame coach. Like what they've done with like making them it's kind of like Villanova being a powerhouse. Like, I live 15 minutes from Villanova. It's a small like school. You know what I mean? It's not Duke or Carolina. So like making those kind of teams powerhouses is impressive. All right, we got Xavier Providence back on, guys. Xavier tentatively cut it to 7, but Xavier living on the free throw line right now. So probably get it back to 9, but we just need a little. We need a little run.
So there's something interesting about all the winners. So I did an article on like the futures for March Madness this season, and I found something that 28 of the last 33 champions were in the preseason top 11, and when the season ended, I think that's regular season, they were ranked just top 25, but they had to be preseason top 11. And that's fit 28 of the last 33 winners. So, and Gonzaga was number 2
preseason. I think that's like an obscure stat, but I just heard that stat like 2 days ago on like a podcast. And I was like, who comes up with these? And then you dropped it on.
I don't know, but it's kind of interesting.
When you look at fits that.
Yeah. When you look at the preseason top 11, it's UNC, Gonzaga, Houston, Kentucky, Kansas, Baylor, Duke, UCLA, Creighton, Arkansas, Tennessee. And a few of those names definitely aren't winning it this year. I can tell you that much. Like Arkansas, Duke. Arguably, I'd say Kentucky won't, but I mean, they've kind of fallen off. They're such a weird team this year.
I'm not saying Arkansas could win it, but Arkansas is going to they're going to be an 8 or 9.
Yeah,
they're going to be the scariest 8 or 9 ever.
It's true. It's true. They have Nick Smith back.
Yeah, I mean, they have 3. I mean, coming into the year, they had 3 guys that were projected to go in the top 20.
Yeah, well, Nick Smith is a lottery pick for sure.
Yeah,
and he was injured for most of the season. He's only played. Nick Smith has only played.
He's
11 games, so he's missed most of the season. But he's healthy now.
Ricky Council, I think, was another one that was up there, right? He was.
Yep.
I think Walsh, that guy who's bald, the big man.
Yeah, I love him.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but he's supposed to be a first round pick.
Yeah.
And then you have Musselman, who how far did Arkansas go last year? Were they Elite
8? They beat Gonzaga. They beat the 1 seed, and then they lost to Duke in the Elite 8.
They lost to Duke, yeah.
Yeah. Right. So I mean, that was tough to do.
Obviously, they're they have a lot of new players and stuff. On that team, but Musselman's a great coach, which I love him, obviously. So I'm just saying, say you're the 1 and you draw them, that is a tough round of 32 game. The spread will be 4-5. It's not going to be. In the meantime, while we've discussed, Ben, our Providence Friars have cut it to 4.
Are you serious? I'm not even watching.
Yeah, they got it.
I was too busy talking about the.
Sometimes it happens, and the cool thing was they cut it to 4 in less than 90 seconds. So shout out to the Friars for making it a game. Someone just got cut in the face.
It felt like, if you don't include halftime, it feels like 5 minutes ago, in game time, they were down 20.
What a reverse jinx! What a reverse jinx!
Yeah,
well, it's not done yet. It's not done yet.
Well, they're minus 110 right now live, so it's the books see it as a live pick'em.
Hey, wasn't it just a few minutes ago that you said you wouldn't take plus 11.5 live?
I wouldn't. No, I still wouldn't.
You still wouldn't take 11.5 live?
There it is, Xavier 3. That's why we don't. That's why we can't take it. That's why we can't.
They're about to put the gas back on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're 2 shots away from Xavier.
That's why teams like Xavier can be scary, because they can just offensively go off at any point, especially with Fremantle, who's still out right now. But even with him, it's even scarier. But at the same time, it's like I said, all you need them is to go cold for 5 or 10 minutes, and you can easily either get the lead back or extend your lead.
Yeah, the thing is, though, they don't have I don't think Bohm's he's a really good shot creator, but they don't have a ton of guys off the dribble that scare me. They don't have. They have more shooters. Nunji can shoot. Yeah. I don't know. They don't scare me as a March Madness team, but neither is Providence. I can't really take either team serious as a March Madness contender.
Okay, I have one more really obscure stat. But this one's even crazier. So this one for March Madness, picking the winner, it's predicted the winner correctly every time since it started tracking in 2002. So for the past 20 or 21 years, it's gotten every single winner correct. And it's having a top 40 offensive efficiency and a top 22 defensive efficiency. So every winner the past 22 years has fallen under that. And only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 teams fit it right now. Weirdly enough, wait, this can't be right. Oh yeah, sorry, that was the wrong year. That wasn't even right. UCLA.
Talk up that whole stat from Ben.
No. The stat's right. I was in the wrong year. UCLA, Alabama, Houston, St. Mary's, Kansas, and Creighton. That's it. Those are the only teams that fit it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams, which is interesting because Houston does. But I was gonna say some of the other 1 seeds might not fit that. Tennessee doesn't fit that. They're outside the top 40. I mean, like realistically, the only teams I could see winning it out of those names, Kansas, obviously, they're one of my favorite picks to repeat. Alabama, obviously, but like that's weird too because you never know what's going on with like all that stuff behind the scenes with Brandon Miller.
Dude, what did you see? The kid from Iowa State, Caleb Grill, funny haircut.
Yeah, I just said that. Dismissed.
I don't know what he did, and I was like,
I'm guessing it's grades, like because
could be.
it said something about the team's protocols, and usually like their only thing is like don't get arrested and have better than like C's.
Yeah, they're really not asking like a whole lot out of you, but
yeah, don't you only have to have like a? I mean, I don't know what it is for Iowa State. Every school is different, but it's usually like what, like a 2.0 GP, like 2.5 GPA.
It's usually not. It's usually not like that hard.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. The details haven't come out yet, but like my guess would be, ooh, that's a big offensive rebound.
It could be anything. All right, there we go.
Mobley first bucket just failed. Al Horford scored.
Horford did. St. Mary's got the 1 seed based on the net. Oh, interesting. So Eric Anderson said St. Mary's will be a 1 seed based on the net rankings. I mean, if that's true, I could see St. Mary's winning it. They fit both. Oh, wait. What were they preseason? Preseason, they were outside the top 11, so they can't win it. Sorry, they don't fit it.
Dude, I'd be shocked if St. Mary's made like a run. I like want them to. They're just like there's just something about them, and it's not like they're maybe it's a 2-point game. It's not that they're their runs are quick. See, I like this. I like when say I was just about to compliment the coach and they called a timeout. Like when coaches call timeouts on runs, I feel like it gives the other team like 10 times more confidence. Like sometimes you need them, but
yeah,
like that. Now the student section goes crazy for 10 minutes. They get more fired up. Hopkins,
no, I agree. Especially on the road, because like then the crowd is just going crazy.
The crowd gets like 10 times more hype.
I'm trying to find.
Oh my god, Notre Dame's winning by 12. That's good.
Who?
Notre Dame.
That's actually crazy. I didn't think they were gonna win that game, to be honest with you.
You doubted me, Ben?
I was trying to find. I found this thing about like the best turnover ratios. There was another thing about all the winners. It wasn't as crazy of a stat. It was a pretty obvious one, and it was like highest turnover ratios, which is like obvious because in March Madness, if you're getting a ton of turnovers on both ends, you're probably getting up more field goals, getting more shots. But like, I can't find it. I was trying to look for it, but it was like an 80% on the last 30 years or something, and they were all top. I think it was top 10 in turnover ratio.
Well, yeah, you'd figure.
Yeah.
Not just college. Like that
one's more obvious.
In the NBA finals, if you're a bad turnover team.
Yeah,
too.
Exactly. Like that one's a pretty obvious stat, but it's still interesting because like if you like a team that's in the top, like even a 1 seed, and they're really bad with their turnovers, maybe don't back them because especially in those big games, like the big games, you got to think, especially with like a younger team when they're kids, like they're probably more nervous on the big stage if they're like freshmen or sophomores. Like you would think some kids are really confident, but. Alabama. Okay. So Alabama, they'll probably be a 1 seed, but they're actually bad on turnovers. They're 229th in offensive turnovers and 324th in forcing turnovers. So
what do you guys sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Ben. What do you guys think of futures versus like money line rollover? Like if you like a team, instead of taking them on the future, you just roll over their money line round to round.
That's interesting.
You get better money.
That is an interesting way to do it.
Well, the only thing about that is if you like a high seed, I'd say that would work really good for like lower seeds. But if you like a high seed, the first round they're probably like minus 700 or minus 800.
More than that, yeah, they might be like
more than that, yeah.
Yeah, I would say if you do that, like, yeah, it has to be a low seed for sure.
But that is a good idea, especially if you like a 5 or 6 or 7 seed even. Because I mean, what was UNC last year? 8.
UNC was an 8, yeah.
Yeah, they were an 8. We did this trivia question, the lowest seed to win. Yeah, it's Villanova, and UNC almost tied it at 8 seed.
Which is also crazy that wasn't Kansas comeback like the largest in championship history, and it didn't even feel like that big, like that game. It didn't seem like UNC was gonna like kill them. Like it wasn't. It might have reached. I don't really remember exactly.
They were down. UNC was up, their largest lead was 38-22 with 2 minutes left in the first half. So they're up 16.
That's a lot for a championship game in college.
That is a lot for a championship game.
Yeah. I just feel like there had to be another time, like as long as like college basketball's been around for like 700 years. Like you would think at some point in I don't know.
Well, you got to remember too, there wasn't like a when's the 3-point start in college? It was in the 80s, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that definitely makes
85. I want to say.
Yeah, if you're down 16 with no 3-point line, that's a ton of possessions.
Yeah, that is a very good point.
It's
8. Providence went cold then. Air ball.
1986 is when the 3-point line came in college.
So it kind of makes sense. It's not been a large sample.
Yeah, I just never felt like they were getting like smoked in that game.
Well, that's the same with like in the NFL, like the Super Bowl until the Pats did the crazy thing against the Falcons. It was like 8 points. It was like the biggest comeback ever.
Yeah, well that's more insane. 100%. I mean, the Chiefs came back this year from 10.
Yeah, when the Pats came back from 10 against the Seahawks, I think that was the biggest ever.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure when Kansas City beat San Francisco, they were down 10.
Yeah, 10 in the fourth.
Yeah.
Well, and they were down against the Eagles too, like by 10, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Don't remind.
Unless you just wanted to say it twice to make it.
We don't have to talk about that game.
I was like, yeah, that game I'll never watch again. Sports Center, I turn it off.
It's on NFL Network like every other day.
On so much, and I usually like when I go to bed, I'll watch sometimes like a classic game or something. That's been the game every night, so it's been a long time for me since I've watched it.
So I have a question that might be like really hard for you to answer, but what hurts more about that game? Was it that it was day 10 of the ladder challenge, or was it that it was the Eagles?
It was that my team lost.
Oh, okay.
I honestly didn't even like care. Like it didn't even like hit me that the ladder. You know what I mean? Like I just forgot. I was like, oh well, I lost that too.
Which is like crazy to think about. But
I was way more like I was very, very depressed. The thing that made it hard was like also like my setting where I watch the game. So, like most Super Bowls you watch with your friends, whatever. So like everyone's like equally pissed. But I watched it with my my girlfriend's family for the first. I mean, we've been dating for 6 years, so it's I've been. It got to the point where like you have to watch, and it was so I couldn't like let out the real emotions of it because they're like you're in front of. You got to act a little different kind of thing.
You couldn't break anything.
Yeah, which made I mean, you can't say any curse word. You're just like in your head, you're just kind of dying.
Just
sounds like a terrible night.
It was just and like as soon as the game's over, like she's a school teacher, so she's like, I'm going to bed. Like I don't care about it was just like life carried on for everyone except me. I was just like depressed. I sat in a dark room for about 2 hours. It was a rough night. It was probably the saddest that I've been like, not only in my sports life, but just in my general life. So
well, that speaks to how good of a life you've had. If just so one, I've been on both sides of it. I know how bad the losses are.
Dude, it's terrible. But the only thing is, like, I know we joke that you're a Boston sports fan, so like you have seen a lot more. But like my silver lining in my head really was like, all right, at least I just saw one 5 years ago. So
no, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I know it doesn't. It doesn't. But like at the end of the day, it like made me feel better, even though it shouldn't have. But it was like, all right, well, I mean, they could have lost that too, and you could have died without seeing a Super Bowl. So at least I saw one, and it's just it's so hard. The thing that makes it so sad is like there's dynasties like Tom Brady and the Patriots, but for most teams, like it is so hard to get to a Super Bowl. So like when you felt like you had it. I think the hardest part was like the lead up by 10. I don't know. Mahomes was like I didn't want him to be hurt obviously, but like his ankle, everything seemed like it was just falling into place, and then that happened. So it was a depressing ending.
Yeah, I mean the good news is Jalen Hurts is young.
That is good news. Yeah, I mean,
Travis Kelce might retire, which sucks, but
yeah, he might retire. That's a good point. They have a lot of guys. I mean,
I said Travis Kelce. I meant Jason Kelce.
Travis will hang around for a little.
Yeah, Travis will probably be in the league for a while still.
Yeah,
but Jason Kelce, yeah, you never know.
I think that the other, they'll definitely be competitive for a few more. They have a lot of free agents. I mean, they'll be able to pay a couple, but they're going to lose a few good players.
I mean, who are the great quarterbacks left in the NFC?
Kirk Cousins, are you kidding me? Come on. No,
seriously, I mean,
I don't know.
You don't have someone standing in your way,
Yeah. No, it's the 49ers are going to be like the best team, but the fact that there's no quarterback hurts.
Yeah, I was going to say no quarterback.
The division is 100% like the Eagles I mean, I pray to God keep giving Dak money. Like I think Dak's like good guy, but he doesn't scare me at all. So like the division, I think, is the Eagles for the next 5 years. The NFC East, it flips every year. Even when teams are great, it's so hard to win the NFC East consistently.
I'd say thoughts on Kentucky second half, currently at -3.5, but if it drops to 2 or lower, question mark.
Who's Kentucky playing?
Currently at 3.5.
Wait, they were playing someone tonight where they
Vanderbilt, aren't they?
Oh, I would probably take Kentucky second half. Yeah.
Vanderbilt is a weird team that I don't like to tail or fade, just because I feel like sometimes their offense will explode, and then sometimes they struggle to score 60. They're a weird team that I don't like to tail or fade for that reason. They beat Tennessee, but that was a low scoring game, and then they beat Auburn. They had they had a really good stretch, but before that they were horrible. And then they just lost to LSU, so it's they're just such a weird team. I don't know.
Yeah,
they're hard.
I know what you mean. But that win over Tennessee was absolutely insane.
Yeah, that was a crazy win. I mean, Kentucky's only down 4, but let's see here. What's the box score look like? Sheboy's 2 for 5. Oh, Oscar Sheboy only has 5 points. He's 2 for 5. That's kind of weird.
He'll heat up.
Yeah, he'll probably heat up. He's 2 for 5. Wallace is 1 for 5. Yeah, they've got a lot of bench scoring right now, actually. Yeah, they'll probably heat up. Kentucky's also.
Well, English.
3-point game. Okay.
This is a pretty finish.
Let's see. DraftKings boost with Kevin Durant 15 plus points, 1+3, and Suns to win for +100. That is a good boost.
That's a great boost.
That feels too free. He said it's looking good. Let's see, what's it at? He's at 12.
Yeah, he'll get 15.
I mean, he'll definitely get 15.
He has a 3, and they're up
in the middle of the
20.
Game.
Yeah, they're up 20. So it's looking good. He only needs 3 points, and they have to not blow a 20-point lead.
Yeah, that's
against the Hornets.
Against the Hornets.
They're also playing the Hornets without LaMelo.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's done for the year too.
Yeah, I mean,
full tank mode.
That part of it should be easy, but it's basketball. It's the NBA. Nothing is safe.
Oh yeah, Walker said Auburn struggles at home versus Ole Miss. Now they're beating Alabama on the road by 6. Dude, the SEC in general has been so back and forth this season. I feel like there's never. I mean, besides for Alabama, I feel like it's just been so up and down. Texas A&M, even they started the season super hot, and I mean they finished it pretty hot, 14-3. But before that, non-conference, they were 8-5. They didn't have a good non-conference schedule. And then they came into the conference, and they're all of a sudden the top team. I wasn't even thinking about them preseason, but now they're actually looking really good. And obviously, I love Buzz Williams. He's one of my favorite coaches. But the SEC has been weird. Yeah.
Yeah, weird team. I don't know. Now I'm looking at that Kentucky second half line. I think I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna do it?
I think I'll take Kentucky. They're so hot right now. They're playing their best best ball at the right time. I was talking about them today, hyping them up, so I feel like I owe it to them. Also, important to point out, Kentucky led like basically all half.
Oh, okay. I was confused because he said Kentucky second half currently at minus 3.5. I was thinking that was the second half line, but that's the live line.
The second half line's -8, and I mean they was
Yeah. Okay, that's a lot harder. I was like, wait,
well,
second half minus 3.5. That's easy. I was
I
like,
mean
they
yeah,
easily got
they're
that.
definitely doing that. Like they
Yeah.
led most of the half by like 4 or 5. They were up 30. Vanderbilt closed on an 8-0 run in the last minute 30. So like I wasn't. It would be one thing if like Vanderbilt was like controlling the game. Don't think so. Kentucky shot 1 of 11 from 3. That'll change. I'd hit them live.
Oh, we have a 2-point game in the conference championship. Wait.
Nah,
No, first round. We have a 1-point game. High Points down 1 point to Charleston Southern with 20 seconds left.
I'm gonna watch it.
In the conference tournament. Dude, I love watching. Dude, I this is gonna be a weird take, but I like watching the mid majors. Yeah, I have it up too. I like watching the mid major tournaments like more than I like watching the big tournaments, just because of like they're so passionate. Like I know that obviously the bigger
Yeah,
tournaments.
but it means more because like like if most of the teams in the main conferences are like getting at larges.
Yeah, they're not gonna make it. Like they're not gonna make it unless they
these
win the
are all
conference tournament.
one big teams.
Yeah, they have to win the conference tournament, which makes it like all the much better.
It does make it fun.
It's so fun for that reason.
Yesterday, I bet so. Like my parlay for the morning edge was Virginia and then Kennesaw State, and like the game was close the whole time. They played Queens, so it was like a back and forth game, like whatever the whole game. And then Kennesaw State kind of went on like a run. They were up like 7 with like a minute. They ended the game one. I think it was like 1 for 10 from the line. So like they just kept missing, and like Queens was going down and like scoring, so the game kept like tightening up. And then with like 2 seconds, they missed both free throws, and then Queens missed a 3 to win. But like it was so scary. Who was favored, Charleston Southern or High Point? Do you know?
Why are college kids so bad at free throws? I don't quite understand because they're good at basketball.
Such a mystery. Yeah, it's got to be the nerves, like the
anxiety. High
no
Point
idea.
was a minus 2.5 point favorite.
You split the free throws, so if you're a High Point better, you want to lay up and then overtime. A 3 does not help you unless you want money line.
Well, they could shoot it. They could shoot a 3. Charleston Southern can go quick, miss it, and foul.
Miss quick. Yeah, that's
miss quick and foul. Yeah, because they'll probably hold. They'll probably hold for the final shot here. I mean, you would think it's only 13. If they had a full shot clock, I would say go quick. But with only 13 seconds left, you should probably.
I like going quick because then you get a chance for like a rebound and then.
Yeah, I just feel like there's like not enough. Like that's why I was saying with a full shot clock.
They only have 17 fouls, so you can still get a 1-on-1.
That's true. That's true.
Could be big.
What was it?
I think Providence is dead.
Yeah.
Every time they cut it like to 4 or 5, it just goes back to like 8.
Oh, that's the worst. The almost games when they get one possession and then those are the worst.
Yeah, I mean when they added to 2 when Xavier called the timeout, like that was like a big moment.
Well, so the good news here is Xavier's already at 5 team fouls and Providence only has 1, and he just missed a layup, dude.
Yeah, that was.
Did you see that miss?
He should have just dunked it.
What was that?
I think he lost like the grip of the ball. I don't know what that was.
Offensive foul. Okay, so who's your favorite team to win it this year?
So I right now I have futures on UCLA, Miami, and Baylor. So those are like my 3 that I like that I've actually bet on. You know what I mean to win it. How about you?
UCLA is actually like my favorite. So I had them last year. I actually had UCLA, and they were my favorite bet last year too. And that was when they had Johnny Juzang and everything. So I mean, obviously they've lost. Yeah, they've lost some talent, but I almost feel like they're better, which is kind of crazy when you think about like who they lost last year. But not only do they fit the preseason top 11, top 25 current, they also fit the top 42 offensive, top 20 defensive efficiency. So, I mean, they fit both of them. And they've also been a really good team with turnover ratio. They're number 1 in the Pac-12 in offensive turnovers, and they're number 2 in turnovers forced. So, like, they've got all the pieces. They've got all the pieces for sure. They're one of my favorite bets. But they were last year too, and they had to play UNC in the Sweet 16, which sucked because obviously they went on to the final. So it was just like a tough matchup for them. But they'll probably have to do the same thing this year because they'll be a two seed, probably. I think so. So they'll be like 2 seed. They'll play a 15, and then they'll play either a 7 or a 10, and then they'll probably play like a 3 or something after that in the Sweet 16. Somewhere in that range. It'll be a tough one, but
no, I don't necessarily like disagree with what you're saying there. I think I think UCLA though too. It's just like the experience. Such like a big fat. They're so good, like fundamentally, defensively. Now it's like Jaquez kind of their main guy.
Yeah,
it's such a weird player. Like his style is not like it's very. Oh, God, dude, every single time it's Ford.
Sometimes no, I know what you're saying because like he has huge games and then he has games where he's just like a dud. Like he has a few games this season. Well, actually, lately he's been really good.
Yeah, he's been hot lately.
He had 17 against Colorado, but then he had 23, 20, 26, 25. Like earlier in the season, he was super up and down. Like he only has a few games where he got like barely 10 and then 9 and then 8. And then he has some games where like he exploded. Like he has a 27. So yeah, he's like kind of up and down, but he's a senior. Like he's got the experience. They were there last year. He's been with you. The thing I like about UCLA is also all the players, like almost none of them are transfers. They've all been with UCLA, which is like really good for team chemistry because like they've all been there forever and they've been playing for so long now. Like you got 5th-year seniors, like 3 of them, I think, who have all been playing together at UCLA for 4 years now. Well, this is the 5th year.
Yeah,
that's like huge for team chemistry, especially late in like conference tournaments and when they've been to March. Like they've played so many March Madness games already together. Like they have so much tournament experience.
It's great. I was watching like the live betting line on the Providence game. It's crazy how like so it was 66-62 and then they hit the 3. Like before that shot, Xavier was minus 175 and then after they were like minus 390. So like Xavier's like minus 390 right now. But
that's
like
crazy.
Yeah, this like the one shot, like what it can do.
High Point ended up losing by 2. That sucks for them.
Go home, High Point.
Yep, they lost by 2. We got another conference tournament. Long Island, Marymount. Oh, they're down 20.
I'm not loving the Celtics -5, Matt. I've watched this whole first quarter. It's not been great.
They look bad.
They're down 2, but they don't look great.
NBA, I'll never watch till the 4 on my bets.
What's Bohm up to? He had like 20 in the first half, didn't he?
Feels like he has like 50,
dude. 50?
Yeah, he's literally not missing.
He has 27, and he's 10 for 16 from the field.
Yeah, the guy's a sniper.
It's like an NBA line.
Yeah, he's killed them all night. And he's been so like every answer has been him. You know what I mean? Like anytime they need a bucket, it's just like a step back he's been good.
Yeah.
Give him credit.
I'm trying to check on the rest of these games. It looks like UMass is down 16, so you're going to need some help there, Ben.
Yep.
St. Francis is up 9, so you're good for now.
Which that was like my favorite play of the day, and I ended up putting it with Providence for some reason. Well, I have it straight too.
Kansas State playing yet? Or they just started? They're down 4.
I think they just started. Oh, St. Francis PA is up 14 now. Oh wait, 12. I think I'm behind you.
I'm just Googling it.
Well, at least Providence kind of made it fun. I'm flipping my I'm gonna flip my screen to the 2 other games.
Just gonna put them in the L column quickly.
Yeah, we could read.
Should we were gonna read them? Yeah.
Yeah, you could read that. I'm sorry to inform
Hey,
you.
UMass is only down 9 now, so they're covering right now.
Oh, they were down 16.
They're cutting the lead. I hate when I look at like an app that doesn't update it quickly though.
When I bet an underdog, I need them to be like, if I have them like plus 10, like if they're down like anything, I just get so I hate it. You know, if they're down like 6, I'm like, oh, they lost.
Oh, they're down 11. Yep, they lost.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like
it's over.
I'm watching. I got eyes on the Kentucky game for our friend who has.
Did you make that official?
No, I didn't make it. I'll wait until I'll see. I'll kind of like keep watching the line. If I can get them like money line minus like I don't know anything under like 150, I might. They're only down 5 though, so it's not.
All right. Well, so far not a great start.
A lot of red up there, guys.
Yeah, well, 0-4, so that's not gonna work. Notre Dame though should like I think they're winning by 12, so they would have to get severely outscored in the second half.
But I mean, two of the Reds up there are plus 600s. So
yeah, they don't really. Yeah, they're actually not our Reds. They're Sean's Reds.
Yeah, they're Sean's Reds.
Sean's taking those for us.
Yeah, I think we told him we'd bet with them.
Just kidding, Sean. All love. B Walker said Zag's team total over 93.5 is plus 146 on FanDuel.
I was eyeing that up.
Which is interesting because you got to think they're going to hang 100 tonight. I almost just assume they do in a game like this. But then again, might not be that obvious. They are one of the best offenses in the country playing Chicago State, who is 308th in defensive efficiency. So,
yeah, I mean, you would definitely think that they would be able to score 100 plus on them.
So I was just looking, and no team has even put up 90 on Chicago State so far this season. They did play Marquette. So they played Marquette, who's also one of the best offenses, obviously, in the country. And they only put up 82 on them.
Maybe they have straps.
Yeah, maybe. They played Northwestern. They put up 85. I mean, they haven't played like a ton of good teams. That's the problem. But I don't know. It's hard to gauge. They also play a slow tempo. So it's like, what's the game going to look like? Like, is Gonzaga just going to play a bunch of bench players in the second half? Like, the bench players can probably still score, but...
Well, it's senior night, right? So they might try to get the seniors in.
That's true. They might just try to put up 100 just for fun, like, because it's senior night.
Could do that.
They
could. Kentucky's down by 9 now, so that guy's bet's probably dead.
Sean said, "Hand up, hate to start the night in red." It's all right, Sean. It was a plus 600. It was a plus 600. We can't blame you for that.
Good try.
How about there was something I was looking at. I don't know if they have live, or I don't know if once the conference tournament starts, if they keep up lines for like who to win it, but the Horizon League, if there are, actually, I need to see. Do they have live lines up? Oh, they do. Horizon League. Currently, Detroit is plus 1,400 to win the Horizon League tournament. I actually like them to win the conference tournament because they have Antoine Davis, who passed Darius McGee for all-time three-pointers ever in college this season, and he's like one of the best true scorers in the country. And if you have a guy like that in a mid-major, he's never a bad bet to win the conference tournament ever. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes you see those crazy mid-major teams in the conference tournament, and if they have like a guy like that, like remember like Doug Edert a few years ago, he sucks this year, but I mean like he's basically the reason they won when they won that one year. He plays for like Bryant now, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I think he transferred to Bryant.
Yep, he transferred to Bryant. But when he was on St. Peter's last year, oh wait, they actually ended up. Oh, they lost the conference. Or wait, no, sorry, they won the conference tournament, but they only had to play 3 games because they were a higher seed. But like kind of like that, when you have a guy like Doug Edert Antoine Davis, you can always win a mid-major just because you have so much firepower in that one guy.
I agree with you, Ben.
We need Croswell to start making some free throws.
See, that's a game I just can't put back on. I already accepted my.
Yeah, it's in red. It's over.
It's already over.
Red is final.
Providence.
Croswell's 4 for 7 from the line. We need him to pick it up.
Yeah, that's not gonna get it done. Providence was never.
Hey, don't look now, but Providence is down 2.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. They're down 9. I was kidding. They're down 9.
It's a little bit better. I can keep them in. This could be a Boise State, San Diego State game all over again.
Yeah, Providence is probably gonna end up losing by I'm gonna guess 5.
I'll guess 12.
You're guessing 12? Wow.
Yeah, I'm guessing one more crazy Xavier run.
You're only saying that because you said not to take plus 11.5 live.
That's the only we'll say that. That's kind of. I mean, I guess technically they're covering it right now, but they weren't 2 seconds ago.
That's true.
You know.
Meanwhile, UConn's up 30.
We should have done UConn, by
Okay, so realistically, if Ohio State wins, do you think they have any shot to win the conference tournament and still make it?
Do they have a shot? No, they have no chance of winning the conference tournament. Ohio State very, very bad at basketball.
It's true. And they don't have Zed Key. He's out for the season, I think, which sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I know they've had a couple injuries, but their current roster is just no, I don't think they can.
Yeah, I mean it's true. They have one guy who's a good true scorer, Bryce Sensabaugh. I mean, obviously they have a few other guys, but Sensabaugh is their best offensive player after Zed Key got injured, and outside of him.
He's a freshman, right?
Well, okay, so I remember looking early in the season, and at one point, I can't remember when, but I remember I was capping a game earlier this season, and I saw that Ohio State was number 1 in offensive efficiency. And looking back, I don't remember when it was. I think it was December or something when I saw that. But looking back on that, that's the worst rating I think I've ever seen for someone who's so bad late in the season. They're 4-14 in conference, and at one point they had the best offense in the nation.
That's
according to offensive efficiency. I don't know how much you really trust that, but it's just I don't get what happened to them.
Yeah, not a huge stat, you know what I mean? But there's some that are more telling than others.
We're not math guys here at this is the Morning Edge, but it's basically the Morning Edge.
Yeah, Walker said that this is Ohio State's championship at home versus Maryland. That's probably true because it's senior night, so it's
it's definitely their biggest game in a long time.
It's their biggest. They only have 2 seniors who start though.
They're gonna try as hard as they can. All right, Providence back to 6, baby. Here we go.
Oh come on, no, it's already red.
Holy crap! The Knicks dropped 47 in the first quarter against the Nets.
Oh, somewhere Alpha Dog Bets is going crazy.
Yeah, he's pretty. He's
the biggest Knicks fan in the country. Let's see here. UMass only down 7.
I want to put some green on the board, boys. This is a little too red.
Well, that's why I'm trying to focus on the positives here.
It's
UMass is only down 7.
We can green out someone.
Hey, St. Francis PA is up 17 now. That's good.
Yeah, that's solid. How's my NBA picks then? Rockets.
Oklahoma is beating Kansas State right now.
That's not
11 to 10.
Well,
No,
that's
that is
not good for Prez.
we can get the middle. We'll get the middle. Kansas State will win on
10. Yeah, I'm not gonna look. Yeah, I can't really look at those scores yet. They're all 5 points right now.
Calling it right now, Kansas State is winning on a buzzer beater. I don't know how. I don't know if it'll be tied or they'll be down 1, but they're going to win on a buzzer beater.
Oh, Croswell sucks.
I think he's 5 for 9 from the line now.
They got to be so fatigued because they don't play anyone off their bench.
That's true. That's another thing for March Madness. Having guys play off the bench.
They're not fatigued. They just stuck it through.
Yep. Yeah, that's probably it. 10 points with 4 minutes left.
Yeah. Well, it's college though. Crazy shit happens.
Yeah, like
wasn't Iowa down like 13, or was that Iowa State with like a minute left?
That was Iowa. They were down 13 with a minute 9. They were down 9 with 40 seconds left.
Well, because these kids, like we discussed, they can't make free throws. So
they got to back to 7.
If I was a college coach and I was down 10, I'd start fouling at 2 minutes.
Wait,
all these kids on the line every possession.
Especially when they're in like the 1-on-1, like they're gonna at least miss one of them. There's a ton of time. They just like can't get important stops.
I'll be interested to see if Auburn can actually finish this game against Alabama. They're up 8.
Ooh, that's a tough game.
That is a tough game.
Do they still call it the Iron Bowl when it's in basketball?
I don't know.
Who's the live? Wait, oh shit. Wait, how much time is left? Did he say?
15 minutes in the second half. For Auburn.
If they're up by 8 with 8 minutes and they're only minus 200, it's kind of weird. Like I would think it'd be heavier favorites.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Detroit Mercy plus 1,400 Horizon League conference tournament winner. I'm trying to look up the bracket. I don't know who that. They have to play Youngstown State, and then I don't know after that. But let's see. I love going on I don't know if you've ever gone to mid-major or lower major basketball websites for the teams, like the official college website, but they're so funny. They look so bad. Some intern made it or something.
It's poorly built websites.
Yeah, it's just the worst looking website ever. Okay. Horizon League Conference Tournament. Detroit, then they play. Oh wait, they beat Purdue Fort Wayne. Oh, they have to play Cleveland State. Ooh, that's gonna be tough.
We did the Horizon League. What was that, yesterday on the Morning Edge? We went over those odds.
We've been diving into the Horizon.
Oh really?
We did a deep dive into the Horizon.
Yeah,
interesting.
Well, I do want to point out that I'm 2-0 so far in the whatever division. Is Queens in the? Queens is in the Horizon.
No.
What conference do we? Sun. A Sun. I want to point out that I'm 2-0.
Yeah, the
in a Sun.
Yeah, but
Queens. I took
Queens
spread the first.
Oh, they lost by 1. Oh, I thought they were still in it. I didn't realize they lost by 1 to Kennesaw.
That was the parlay last night. Kennesaw State in the way, and they almost lost because they went 1 for 10. I think. The Queens is actually pretty good.
Well, so I thought Queens was gonna pull a Bellarmine and win the conference tournament and then not go to March Madness because it's their first year. They're not eligible.
That's the worst rule ever.
Yeah, I know. It's the stupidest rule ever. If you're gonna have them in D1 and have them in the conference tournament and then they win it, how are you gonna tell them they can't be in it?
It doesn't make any sense.
But so I think Bellarmine is. It's funny because I think they're eligible this year because it's their 3rd year, or is it 5 years? I can't remember if it's 3 or 5.
No, I think it's 3 or 5. It's long.
It's long, but I thought they were gonna win it again this season. But they didn't.
Even if it was a little bit, a year that they made them wait. I don't know. Making them wait multiple years.
Yeah, it should be 1 year. I could maybe get 1 year because you don't know if they're just maybe they don't even win a conference game or something. I understand that, but if they're good enough to win the conference tournament, they're good enough to have a shot at it just like everyone else.
Yeah, it's fair. It should be fair game.
Can you imagine being a Bellarmine player last year and you get the high of winning the conference tournament and then just not to make or get to go to March Madness? Yeah, they were actually decent too. They were good. They could have maybe even had an upset because they probably would have been a 15 seed. I mean, they might have been 16, but
no, they were good.
We've seen crazier.
Yeah, we've seen way crazier things.
We saw UMBC beat Virginia. Why not Bellarmine?
So I'm saying, why not? Dude, Vanderbilt's balling right now.
Are they?
Yeah, it's a 4-point game, but like the shots that they're making are like extremely hard.
I'm watching the Auburn game now. They're up 12 now.
What does Bama drop to if they lose this game?
I think they drop to probably, honestly, only 3. Because it depends, of course, what happens with like UCLA, Purdue, Kansas. I would imagine they could jump them for 2. It's a good question though, because let's see who they play. So
Dude, I dropped them to like 5 or 6.
Well, Kansas probably won't jump them because they play Texas on the road. Like, I don't know if they'll win that game. That's a tough game.
Yeah.
So if they don't beat them, they obviously won't jump them. UCLA and Purdue. I don't know who Purdue plays. Purdue plays with. Oh, they have 2 games left. They play Wisconsin on the road and then Illinois at home. And they're both before the next AP poll because they play Illinois on Sunday as their last game. So I mean, if they win both those games, they'll probably jump Bama if they lose this game.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I mean, obviously, if they win out and Alabama loses, they have to jump them. I feel like UCLA, they can beat them. UCLA plays. Oh, UCLA has 2 games left too. They play Arizona State and Arizona at home. And I feel like they'll win both those games.
Are these games close to finishing yet that we have on our board? I'm trying to check.
Yes, St. Francis, PA is up 19 with 6 minutes left.
That feels like a.
That feels like a winner. UMass is only down 5 now.
The Cavs have missed like 8 free throws in this game, by the way.
Notre Dame's up 20, so we could put that in the green soon, I think. But there's still 12 minutes.
You never want to go green early. That's now you're tempting fate. Like red early is fine, but green early, jeez.
Like imagine all the people who had Michigan State that were celebrating when it was like a 10-point lead with a minute left.
Yeah, they were kind of wrong.
I think they were getting points too. What wasn't it like +5?
They were 5.5.
They were 5.5, and they ended up. Dude, imagine if you had a team up 10 points with a minute and you didn't cover +5.5. I would puke.
Yeah,
I would literally puke.
It was definitely kind of like a crazy way to lose that.
Yeah, Providence definitely lost. They're down 9 now with 2 minutes. That's definitely a loss.
Yeah, stupid team.
That one sucks. I thought they were gonna win that for sure.
Well, when they got on that run, I got faith. Well, it was down to 2 with 15 minutes left, so it was pretty much tie game. 15 minutes left.
What hurts even more is I actually had over 151 on my plays and I took it off. That's what really hurts when you have a play on there and you take it off. And it wins. UMass is down 4.
They just didn't miss the whole half.
No, they didn't. They dropped 90 on them.
They're gonna probably drop them. I don't know if they'll foul at the end.
They might drop 100, depending on what they do in the last 2 minutes here.
That's what I'm saying. It all depends on how the game closes.
Let's see here. What's the Oklahoma State or what's the Oklahoma game on? Oh, ESPN Plus.
It's not on TV. Or Oklahoma's still up. It's a low scoring game. 15-13.
I don't know if I like Kansas State as a tournament team either. They kind of scare me.
They've been very up and down.
They're so up and down, and I feel like sometimes their offense, kind of like this game, will just be non-existent sometimes. And they're playing at home too. Like I can't imagine how they'll play in the tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to judge, but I guess they're on a nice run right now. Iowa State, Baylor, Oklahoma State wins their last 3. Like those are pretty good wins. It's just like so what I've been struggling with is trying to like bet futures for Big 12 teams because you truly don't know how good they are in like a tournament setting because the Big 12 was so insane this year. Like
it's the best conference ever.
Yeah, 10-6 because Kansas State is 10-6 in the Big 12 right now. That's like 16-0 in any other conference.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They put them in like the ACC or something. You know what I mean? Like they would just dominate.
Yeah, if they're in the ACC, they'd be undefeated this year. But like they play in the Big 12, and their only losses are they lost Oklahoma, Texas Tech, Texas, Kansas, Iowa State, TCU, and 5 of those were road games. So it's like,
very good.
Yeah, I mean, it's so tough to tell like who's elite in the Big 12. I mean, obviously the top teams are, but like even the teams at the bottom are still good teams. Like Texas Tech, Oklahoma, they're at the bottom. Oklahoma. Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I'm just saying how deep it is. Like the conference.
Oklahoma is 4-12 in the conference this season, and they probably would beat any of the other top teams in the other Power Fives. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that because they'd lose to like some other teams: Bama, UCLA, Arizona, Houston. But I mean, even Houston, like they're the opposite. They play in a horrible they play in a horrible conference. Like I don't like them as a tournament team just because they have one of the weakest schedules of like any Power 5 team. They're outside the top 100 in strength of schedule. Like they haven't played anyone.
Yeah, no, they haven't really played anyone at all.
Are you watching your Sixers game at all, Matt? Either?
Aren't they no, I haven't flipped that one on yet. So they're up 12.
They're up 12. Yeah.
Proud of them. I read up an article on them today, so I hope they win.
Okay.
Every time I pick them, that all the homework.
Providence is down 6 with 30 seconds left. We need Iowa like come back here. We need them to pull out the Iowa.
Do they have the ball?
I don't know. I wasn't watching. I was just looking at the score.
Let me see.
Got blocked, and I think they called a foul. Or no, they didn't. So I think Xavier has the ball.
Then that one's gonna be tough. Dude, Auburn's kind of smoking Bama. Like not smoking, but up 10 with 13 minutes. Like,
oh yeah,
be an upset night.
Could be an upset night.
Storm the floor, or is that game in Bama?
That game is in Bama. Yeah, that's what would be like.
Damn.
Be a big time loss.
Walker did say earlier, he said road teams in college basketball have been super hot. And that's kind of true. Like looking through yesterday, all the big games, like Marquette won they were -8.5. But Iowa beat Indiana on the road yesterday. That was a big win. Clemson cover. Oh no, they didn't cover. They lost by 1 off the cover. But like a lot of big road underdogs won yesterday, like Boston College, Georgia Tech.
Yeah, I like never bet road teams in college.
Road teams are kind of hot right now.
You took home teams in every matchup tonight, Prez.
Yeah, I know. It's not looking too smart yet. Well, no, I'm just watching this Kentucky game. I think Vandy's gonna win, bro. Up 7 with 8 minutes.
Well, Providence just airballed a 3, so.
Wait, they got the ball back again?
Yeah, they had the ball and they airballed.
I feel like that game's been on for 3 hours.
Yeah, it almost has. I think it started like 6. It was the earliest tip of the night, I know.
It was 5:30, I think. Or sorry, 6:30 Eastern.
Oh yeah, because you're in.
Yeah, 6:30 Eastern. So it's been a little over 2 hours.
It's a long game, dude. Dude, oh my god, I forgot the Thunder's roster. I was like, wait, why are these guys in?
Yeah, they're
like, I
tanking.
knew
Well,
I knew SGA was out.
Providence did cover the live plus 11.5. They lost by 5. So
that just makes me more. I think you called 5 actually.
Oh wait, I did say that. I said I think they're gonna lose by 5.
Yeah, I think you called that like on the number.
It's my best prediction of the night so far.
I wish this Kansas State Oklahoma game was on because we're like we're not against each other. We're like I wanted to middle. So, but it's only on Big Two. Like you can watch it on ESPN Plus, but
yeah.
All right, let's look at some live lines. Break it down. All right, NBA. Nothing's fun right now in the NBA. Sixers are up 17. Wow.
Well, they lost to them like a couple nights ago, so that was kind of predictable.
But I don't think Embiid's playing.
He's not?
I don't think. Because the line moved. So the Sixers were -2, and then they closed to +4.
No, he's not playing.
Yeah, he's not.
Sixers better without Embiid? Question mark.
Who started? Oh my God, they started Tucker at center.
James Harden has 17. He's 4 for 9. Tyrese Maxey's having a good game. He's 4 for 8.
They kind of like well balanced scoring. Like Paul Reed off the bench with 10 is huge.
I kind of feel like I hate to say it, but I feel like a Heat live bet is kind of good.
I mean, but that's the thing. They're down. Oh wait, no, hold on. They're +650.
Plus 7.5. I feel like they can make it a close game.
+10.5 right now.
Really? Plus 10.5?
Do you see 71-51?
So yeah, 71-51. They're down 20 now. Yeah, plus 9.5. I kind of like that plus 9.5.
Is that game in Miami?
Yeah, it's in Miami.
Well, you know Harden's going to start sagging in the fourth quarter. He was out all night.
Right.
He was partying, yeah.
He was at the KOD, the King of Diamonds.
Yeah, he only has so much time left in him. His clock's running out.
Yeah, it's like you can, he probably just went straight from the strip club to the game.
Dude, like spreads and money lines fascinate me sometimes. Like, so Oklahoma's right now +5, but Kansas State to win the game's -320. Like that shouldn't work like that for me.
Yeah, that's like weird.
The money line, they should like Kansas State is up by 1, being -320 right now. I know it's early, but.
Oh, there's Tanner Groves. Oh, he missed it. He usually makes those right underneath the basket.
What are you watching on your phone?
I'm watching on my iPad, yeah. I hope we get the middle. That'll be awesome if we get the middle.
I kind of feel like we will. I do see like that. Well, that's why I was like, all right, they're a good parlay piece, but I didn't love them to like win the game.
At Tanner Groves, he's 66% from 2-point, from 2 this season. He like always makes those right underneath the basket, and he just missed an easy one.
66% from 2. That's pretty good.
Now I feel like Oklahoma's not going to cover just because he missed that shot. That was the deciding factor right there. Kind of like when I saw Croswell miss that layup from right underneath the basket, I knew it was dead.
That was what gave it away. I was talking to like people about this today. Like, I don't usually watch my bets like until the end because like I just get too like annoyed with the game. You know what I mean?
Well, so
like, when you watch every play, like you're bound to like get pissed like 7 or 8 times a game.
Yeah, I don't know if you do the same thing, but whenever I'm watching and I have a total, I'm like calculating in my head every minute.
Oh, I've never watched an under. I've never, even like when I like before I like bet like that, like having like a like following and stuff, like just like on my own. I've never an over. You have to like it's weird. If I don't watch an over, I feel like it won't hit. But if I watch, but it's like the opposite for unders. Like if I don't watch an under, I feel like it's not gonna. I mean, if I do watch under, I feel like it's not gonna. Because when you watch an under, even if it's paced good, like every basket feels like it's like.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah, I hate watching unders because like if you see a 3 and then they come down and make another 3, you're like, oh, it's over. Like this is gonna go over. They're just making 3s now. Like every shot feels detrimental.
Every
like,
shot kills you. Yeah, every shot in your head, every foul. So like, there's never. Oh God, I used to bet a lot of NBA unders, which is like crazy. But watching an NBA under is like.
Oh yeah, with the pace, yeah, it's torture.
So like they can rip off like 20 points in 3 minutes, and there's like everything that's looked good all games just like dead.
But yeah, whenever I have like an over, I'll always be calculating, especially like college basketball. Whenever it's like the first media timeout, there's 15 minutes left in the first half, and I'm like, okay, so they're at 10 points, which means they're gonna get 20 at the halfway mark. They're gonna have 40 at halftime. They're gonna score 80 this game. I'm like, I'm going through the whole pace in my head. Like, oh man, it's horrible.
I like it though. It's different.
Yeah, overs are more fun to watch, but I feel like unders just always hit more.
Yeah, I think so.
I wonder what like the lifetime, all-time over/under record is.
Like sometimes I'll do NBA, like especially like first half. I'll still do some unders. No, you couldn't pay me to watch. You could offer me a lot of money. I'm not watching that game. Oh, Kentucky cut it to 1. It's a good game. Stackhouse is letting them play through it.
Okay, so the last 8 seasons of college basketball, there's been 37,000 games, and the over is 49.6%. So
it's very slim.
Very, very slightly to the under.
But that very slightly definitely adds up, you know?
Yeah. Well, oh, wait. Okay, so funny enough, the thing I just looked this up said, but in the first round of the NCAA tournament since the past 10 years, the over is 116 and 106, which means they're 53% in the first round of the tournament, which is actually really interesting because like you'd think it'd be the opposite.
Yeah, you would think it'd go the other way.
Okay, so we just found it out. Bet the overs in the first round of the tournament. That's what you're
St. Francis is going to go green on the board soon. There's a minute left. They're up 13, I think.
Well, you never know.
Got any picks for who wins the golf tourney tomorrow from Zexy on YouTube?
Ooh.
That's Dead's area. Dead, you're a golf savant, right?
I'm a converted golf better.
Will Zalatoris, I think he was 28 to 1 early in the week. That's my pick.
So I'll find this
okay, I like it.
I know nothing about golf, but I produce our golf show, and that's who one of the guys picked. So I'm just tailing it.
I was gonna say I don't know anything about golf. I know Tiger Woods is a player.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
Did you see? Great. Oh wait, did you see Tiger Woods and who's the other guy?
Justin Thomas. Is this the tampon thing?
No.
Okay.
Tiger Woods and is it Rory McIlroy or
McIlroy?
No? McIlroy. Yeah. I don't think it's him, but they're starting like a head-to-head arena style golf league or whatever. And I think it's like 3. I didn't look up like all the rules and stuff, but I think it's like 3-on-3, and like it's like arena, or it's kind of like more baseball, like not really baseball, like, but it's not so much a single player sport where they play through a course. It's like arena style or something. It looks kind of interesting, but that's gonna be fun to bet on. I can tell you that much.
I'll get Justin Thomas plus 3,000.
Okay, what is that for? What's the name of it?
I think it's an Arnold Palmer Invitational.
I met his wife. Funny story, at a horse racing track. I was working. That's
very random.
Yeah, it is really random. I was working there as a waiter, and I met his wife there, and she ordered an Arnold Palmer. So, funny enough,
she got to show some support. Supporting the family brand.
I'm gonna go Max Homa plus 2,000.
Max Homa, okay.
Could you pick Max Homa out of a lineup?
No.
But
you know what? I could tell you who Colin Morikawa is, and I also like him plus 1,600. I actually do know that guy, but I don't know many of these other guys.
Can we get an XFL breakdown for the weekend, Matt? I know you're digging deep into your
Dude,
XFL.
yeah, the XFL this weekend, I was like 1-3. I was kind of traumatized, but I'm back. I'm back this weekend. I was so like the first weekend this had me so fired up because I sweat. So I was ready to get. Now let me look at the games.
I like the Defenders a lot.
Dude, there's no game tomorrow. That's so sad. They usually, well, not, I don't want to say usually because it's been.
No, there's not a game tomorrow.
There's Thursday. Come on.
Yeah, one Saturday and then 3 on Sunday. I like the Defenders.
3 on Sunday's a lot, dude. Wait, you know what? I actually do like the Defenders because the Battlehawks suck, but somehow they're 2-0.
Dude, how are they 2-0? I'm pissed because
they've won like both games. Like at first week, I bet on them, so I love them, and then the last week they kind of started my week 2 drought. But they won at the buzzer with the kick.
Yeah.
8.5 points. Wild. Orlando's plus 8.5. Dude, because in the XFL, like getting those points is just insane because you can score 9 in one possession. So, like 8.5, you could be winning a game 17-0, right? And then they could score at the end and cover. Like, so like you could be up by 17 and then be laying 8.5 and you lose your bet.
For the same reason that you said to fade the Battlehawks, I actually like the Sea Dragons a lot, even though I know they're on the road. They could be 2-0 pretty easy. They had a really tough game against the Defenders. Like the Defenders are obviously like one of the better teams. They only lost by 4 to them. And then they lost to the Battlehawks. That was a crazy game. And I can't believe I had Seattle in that game too. And they lost like just barely by 2. But I think they'll get back on track because the Vipers are not like that good. I think the Sea Dragons are the way better team. I don't know what's the spread? -3? Yeah, they're -3.
The Sea Dragons lost both games by like at the buzzer, right? Because they lost.
Yeah, they lost by 4 and they lost by 2, and I believe.
No, when they lost by 4, they fumbled on the 1 yard line with like 30. Like, they were easily they were going to score, and then they lost on that game-winning field goal. Ben DiNucci, yeah, he's had a tough go of things. Tough luck. Ben DiNucci, he's had some tough luck so far.
Ben DiNucci's had some really tough luck. Went from the NFL to 0-2 in the XFL, but arguably could very easily be 2-0 right now.
I gotta give them credit. Well, like looking at their contracts, I was talking to my buddies about it. We were like, "What do you think these guys get paid?" And like the quarterbacks get like a few million a year. That's gotta be nice. For,
really?
Like, playing in the like AJ McCarron's contract was like I think he gets like $3 million a year.
It's actually surprising.
Well, because they probably had to pay him extra to not go back to the NFL because he was going to get a backup spot, I think, somewhere.
Yeah, like he's been a backup for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what like Ben DiNucci's is because I'm pretty sure he played himself out of the NFL. If I had to guess, let me see. I'm gonna look.
It's like I think they probably have like a pay scale like similar to like the MLS where you have like a few guys who make millions and then most of the guys make like 80 grand.
That's got to piss some guys off, right?
Yeah, I mean it happens. I know it happens in that league.
His deal wasn't that crazy, but he's still getting paid $900,000 a year, so he's almost getting $1 million.
So he probably left some money on the table. He would have made more as a backup in the NFL, but he probably wants to play.
Yeah, do you think he would have stayed honestly in the NFL, like as a backup?
I think he could have got a backup job somewhere.
Maybe
I can't believe Ben DiNucci and Josh Gordon are on the same XFL team and they're 0-2. Like, I just can't believe that. Like, they have to win this weekend.
It doesn't make sense. Wait, now I have to look up Josh Gordon's contract.
Josh Gordon, I feel like, gets paid pretty well because he's actually like NFL talent that happens to play in
the
the
XFL.
XFL.
He can't play in the NFL, so they're not bidding against anybody.
Yeah, he happens to play in the XFL. But, hey, by the way, Matt, Kansas State closed the half on a 9-0 run. So they're up 34-25.
Okay, well, now that's not that fun because we went in middle. We went.
Not very fun.
I don't want to be
tied. They're not even covering at halftime.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's tough. But I finally got a green. First green on the board, actually.
Yeah, Notre Dame's gonna go up soon though. They're up 20. They're up 18.
Green is green. We gotta just get happy.
UMass is a bit of a sweat. I think they were down 11.
They're down 9 right now.
9. Okay.
That's gonna be really sweaty.
Yeah.
Especially because no, it's last. They probably won't foul if they're down like 9 or 10. Hopefully, if they foul down like 10 and they lose by 12, I'm gonna.
I think Celtics are up 3 at the half for that one, man.
That's not bad.
Oh, so we can actually middle on Texas TCU too, because I have Texas +3 and you have TCU money line.
That's what I was saying earlier. There is a way for that. Like
we can middle that one too. Which, like, realistically, as weird as it sounds, that could definitely be a real possibility of a middle, because like it could be a 1-possession game in the final possession.
No, that one's not that crazy.
Someone just said Kentucky's getting interesting. Are you still watching that, Matt?
Yeah, they're down
3.
4 minutes.
Did you take them live?
No, they're probably like plus 170 right now. Or actually, no, wait, no, they're definitely more. Sheboy just missed a free throw. They're plus 220 right now. Down 5 with 4 minutes left. Vandy's ball.
UMass is down 9 again. Are there any other good live bets for college basketball?
Let's ask the people.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, you guys got any good live bets?
Ooh, double dribble on Vandy.
Oh, this is bad. UMass is down 12.
It's college hoops, bro.
Prez, someone said you're fired off the tree right now. They're claiming you're on drugs.
No, I'm just tired.
The man cannot gamble without a clear mind. Take it seriously.
I had a long tennis match. That's why I'm trying.
Did you win?
Oh yeah, we won.
Oh, there you go.
Prez doesn't lose.
No.
He's like we're out there.
We were never catching it now. I'm just saying.
Wait, do you bet tennis too, or do you just play it?
I actually do not bet tennis. I just play. I'm like a new tennis player. Like a couple of years. I've played the last few years, but now I'm like a couple times a week.
Are you as good as like Nadal, Djokovic? Did you take him?
Yeah, I do, dude. When I play, like I just think of like how good those guys are. It's like a ball that's hit like 20 miles an hour. Like you're like struggling to get to.
Do you have a tennis grunt?
Crazy. What'd you say?
Do you have a tennis grunt?
Oh no, I'm gonna have to. Dude, but dude, how do these people cover like the court? So those balls that are coming back. It's insane how athletic. Like
I feel like we need to see a live stream of you playing tennis now, because I don't believe you that you don't have a tennis grunt.
Tomorrow on the Morning Edge.
No, I mean, as long as it doesn't rain, we're playing tomorrow. So if I get out there, I'll definitely get one of my buddies to record it.
Yeah.
So you guys can see it. Better. So we play like double.
What?
So it's not. Like we play like double.
So you play double.
Yeah, so we got like 2-on-2 action. That's where like so I'm like the net guy. Like I play up by the net and kind of just like do my thing up there.
Are you ever worried you're just gonna catch a serve like right in the back of the head?
It's funny you say that. I almost took one today, but none of us serve hard enough to like where it would hurt. Like it might like buzz for a second.
That makes sense. I
mean, if someone served like fast, like none of us are like that good to where it's like you're gonna get hurt. It's the summer of tennis. That's just how it is.
Live bet Bama plus 550. They're only plus 220 now. So if you got plus 550, you're looking pretty good now because they're only down 8.
That's a good number.
Yeah, you got a really good number.
Yeah.
because it said, he said spread plus 8.5 too. They're only plus 4.5 now. I mean, honestly, they're at home. There's 7 minutes left. Like, they could win outright. It's definitely doable.
Penn State or Northwestern? Someone said.
Well, I got Northwestern in my leg. So Northwestern. Celtics are winning by 3 at half. So I don't feel that's not.
I don't feel great about the game, Matt. I've watched every second. I may have uttered some expletives while I was muted.
All right. Box score wise, now about 50% shooting. That's not bad.
I know. It's just they still do dumb shit that's just so frustrating to watch from a team that could win the championship.
Yeah, they should. They should win the East.
No.
I forgot you're a Celtics fan.
Yeah.
They went to the finals last year, and that didn't go very well.
Thank you, Ben. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
I actually forgot, and I really appreciate you updating me on what happened.
Hey, you know what?
Ben's just out here. He's just like, hey, Matt, remember that Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Ben's not being very nice.
Well, so at least you get to go to the championships because I'm a Timberwolves fan, and I don't even think we're going to sniff a finals for like the next 50 years. Like, the Earth might end. Like, we might go extinct before they can make it to a championship. So,
well, Ben, remember the NFC Championship with Case Keenum? That was fun. Like that. At least you guys made that.
Yeah, we made it. Yeah, NFC Championship.
Firing right back at him.
I mean, all jokes aside, that team was like fake. Like, I still can't understand how Case Keenum went to the. And I get that it's like, how did Nick Foles win a Super Bowl in the same breath? But that one picture is like the 4 quarterbacks. It's like
I was gonna say it was Bortles, Keenum, Foles, and Brady. Yeah.
That's one of my favorite pictures like ever.
We could have had a Bortles Keenum Super Bowl, which I'm pretty sure Roger Goodell would have like amended the NFL and been like, no, we're changing this.
Yeah, if Bortles played anybody in the Super Bowl, it would just been hilarious. Because it also like his like post football life, you realize he's like such like a funny guy. Like his personality just makes it even better that he was like the way he was.
Oh, UMass is down 7 with 40 seconds left, so we're looking pretty good here.
Don't jinx yourself.
Yeah. Here goes a 3. Oh no, he faked it. So for the longest time, I actually I don't want to admit this, but I pronounced it Duquesne for the longest time. And
yeah, I wouldn't have admitted that then.
Yeah,
they're Tide.
Yeah, it's Duquesne, and I didn't know that.
Fair, that is like I mean, if you didn't know the school and you just read it off a piece of paper.
Oh yeah, it looks like Duquesne for sure.
Yeah,
but like I said Duquesne for so long.
Like, yeah, if you were on like a gambling show and you're like, yeah, I'm taking Duquesne.
Oh yeah, I'm taking Duquesne, and then the other guy's like, you mean Duquesne? Like you just look like a
that's what I mean. Then they're like, oh, this guy's not a big ball guy. Kentucky game's fun. 2 minutes tie game.
Kentucky Vandy tied. Oh, that's getting interesting.
Yeah, just pointing out fun game. Not that we have anything pending.
Creighton's up 13-0. Georgetown's on pace to lose by 112. Hey, remember when I said Creighton money line earlier today? It was a lot.
That is crazy. Some of these teams are just so bad, dude.
I mean, I don't think Patrick Ewing should even be a college basketball coach, but that's a conversation for another day. But I don't know. He's just an
well. I mean, like the initial thought, like when they initially hired him, I was all in favor because I was like, all right, legend. Like they were in kind of a hole for. Yeah.
He also coached as an assistant in the NBA. It's not like the guy never coached anything.
That's true.
Like dude, but he must be because Georgetown has like a pretty rich history. Like it shouldn't be that hard to get.
They haven't panned out at all. So like,
and how's he keep his job? That's what's crazy to me. Like a school like that. Like I know he's their best player ever, so it's not like an easy fire. But
is he?
You think?
Iverson?
Yeah, it's true. In terms of college, don't you think Ewing was?
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember. I was too young to be watching them at that time, but I don't know.
I just feel like history-wise, people always put him. Iverson was.
So, Georgetown has not had a winning conference schedule since Patrick Ewing started coaching.
They've never had like a winning conference season.
Never winning conference record. They've been like, so they were 19-12 in 2019, but they finished 9-9 in conference, and that was their best season.
Well, you have to remember how good the Big East was like in the 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, that's true.
Syracuse, UConn, those UConn teams with like Ray Allen and then Ben Gordon, and they were nasty.
Dude, the Big East is like Syracuse never should have left. Like that was a downfall moment.
Oh, Jeff Green shout out. I forgot he was at Georgetown too.
I'm sorry, Brent. I didn't mean to bring up Georgetown Walker. I'm sorry. He said Georgetown fan here. That's tough. That is tough.
Kevin was sick there.
Hey, you know what? I'm a University of Minnesota fan, so I am right there with you. I am right there with you.
The Gophers. Did you go there?
The Gophers might win a conference tournament and just win an automatic bid. They could do it. They got the talent for sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're a solid.
Who's the best? Who's the best Minnesota Golden Gopher player ever?
Ever?
Basketballer.
I don't even know.
Look up NBA guys who played there.
Oh no, they're talking about Minnesota. I just googled it. The first one, but that must be the league from.
Not a ton of good ones. Eric Curry.
Dude, like who was it? Vincent Greer? I don't know who that.
They don't have many. That's why I couldn't even name one. Like they haven't had very good like players.
I feel like Marcus Carr could have been if he stayed there. Like he was great.
Well, it's tough to recruit to go play basketball in Minnesota.
Well, so that's actually like the
do anything.
The recruiting is horrible. Yeah. If you look at their current roster, almost every person is like from the Twin Cities, like the or from like the like metropolitan area in Minnesota.
Tough, but it's still a Big Ten team. Like you would think that they could get some. I'm not saying like top of the line like talent, but they should be able to get like someone decent.
Yeah,
like, they've been so bad. I feel like for so long.
Yeah, I mean, so Dawson Garcia.
Remember, like 3 years ago or like 2 years ago, maybe 3. They were like kind of good. Maybe that was like hard there.
I mean, they went 8-12 in conference in 2020. 9-11 in 2019. They haven't had a winning conference season since 2017. They went 11-7 in conference and 23-8 overall.
When was the last time they made the tournament?
2017. Oh wait, no. They were a 10 seed in 2019, and they lost in the second round to Michigan State.
Is this last game over yet?
Vanderbilt just went up by 2 with 2 seconds.
With 2 seconds?
Yeah, they just hit like a step back.
The good news is I think UMass just covered.
Is it over? I'm just checking the scoreboard, but it's not updated.
It's at a commercial, and I looked away.
I see 84-77 with 27 seconds.
Oh, they lost by 9 officially. They covered.
Nice. Put it on the board.
There's some more green.
Yeah. And Notre Dame's, where's that game? That game's got to be close to over, right?
They're up 12 with 2 minutes.
New Mexico State forfeited. What the heck is going on there?
They not forfeited?
It just says
they forfeited like their whole season.
Oh yeah, they got all that crap going on.
Oh
yeah, I think they had like a bunch of,
yeah, that's right.
Like legal. Yeah, I think they were like in some stuff.
So does that count as a win if you have them on your schedule?
I think so. I think it does actually. It doesn't say for like their opponents. It might count as a win because a forfeit technically should count as a win.
Yeah, you would think.
I forgot about all that stuff that happened though, because that was like early February. I forgot about that.
No, it happened a while ago, but then they just did it like recently.
Yeah. Okay, well, Oklahoma is not looking like they're going to cover, so that's not fun.
Well, that game just started, didn't it?
It's the second half. Yeah.
Yeah, within the second half, it just started.
It just has that feeling. It's like the Providence one when you said it's done in the first half. Like it has that feeling.
Yeah. All right. Kentucky can shoot a buzzer beater. There's 3 seconds. They have the ball.
Are they going to go baseball or football pass?
Dude, what I would do, I hate when teams don't do this. Throw the ball past half court
Airballed it.
and then call timeout.
He airballed.
Oh, you had such a good look.
This is what I'm saying, okay? Vanderbilt. This is what I'm saying about senior night. It's senior night for Kentucky. They're a ranked team at home.
That's a huge loss.
And they just lost straight up. Like, that's what I'm saying. Senior nights are scary, dude. Like, I feel like they're bad. They were, what, -8.5 pregame?
They were, I thought it was 10 or 12.
They were -9.5, and they lost straight up on senior night as a ranked team against an unranked road team.
Yeah, it's like a really bad loss.
Senior nights are scary, dude. I'm telling you. And okay, like, forgive me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Kentucky already like a bubble team? Or they were like,
they were kind of,
but not like.
Well, they kind of like were, and then they got super hot and kind of like played themselves off the bubble, and now they like might.
Yeah, they beat Tennessee and Auburn, so like, yeah, they were in for sure. But now, if they lose against Arkansas, I feel like they're gonna be back on the bubble. Like they're probably not on the bubble now, just with that one loss, but. I mean, they definitely. So, what are they projected right now? They're projected. Where's Kentucky? Oh, they're projected as a 6 seed right now. Seems high.
Well, yeah, because they're ranked. Well, they were. I mean, they're probably going to become.
They're ranked right now, but at the same time, it's like they were just up. I swear they're on the bubble like 2 weeks ago. Like before they played Mississippi State, they were on the bubble, and then they've won 4 in a row, so that's why they're ranked now. But
yeah, they've been high.
That's a bad loss.
It's like a horrible loss.
Anything with Kentucky on a ticket is dead officially. Alabama, are they coming back? Who is it that said +8.5 before?
Dude, I think I got it. Wait,
can I said 550 at 8.5.
Nigel, can I add one live? I think I'm gonna add that.
Yeah.
Live. I think I'm gonna add them, but I need to see the number because I'm watching this game and it's just like they have so much momentum.
Wait, I might want to add them too. Actually, I see it's locked. They're only down 3.
Yeah, it's not good. I see locked too.
I'm greening your Notre Dame. It's up. They're up 11 with a minute and a half left. You have them at +4. There's no way.
Yeah, I think we can green that one.
What do you want to add Bama live at?
It's locked.
It's locked for me. They were +4.5 before it closed.
They're -135 right now on DraftKings.
Do you want to take it?
Yeah, it's not a great number, but like,
I'll take it too.
So
they have free throws coming up.
Bama -135.
Yeah.
Where are you looking? Because it's locked for me still, actually.
It was on Fandom, or it was on DraftKings. It might have locked. They just got fouled. Like.
Yeah.
It might like adjust based on if he makes, you know what I mean, like 1 of 2.
Oklahoma's getting absolutely blown out now. It's not even close.
What's the score?
It's 29-43.
Oh, that's pretty bad. Dude, I'm telling you, Northwestern's that leg that I'm scared of in that parlay.
Ben, were you taking Bama on that same number?
Yeah.
Okay. Stand by.
It's still locked for me though. I'm trying to bet it.
It's a 1-point game. I would give Ben the line just because, like, dude, they're on a 16-0 run.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize they were down 17 at one point.
Neither did I.
In 5 minutes too. 16-0 run in 5 minutes. That means they're on pace for a 60-point half.
They just scored, so it might get back to like plus money.
Mine's still locked. I can't even.
It's on the board though. That's all that matters.
Okay, well that's good. I can't bet it. I'm trying to.
Celtics up 12, by the way.
Yeah, come on, C's pull away. Yeah, I feel pretty good about my NBA bets right now. Thunder up at half. I mean, that doesn't matter up 3, but Rockets are only down 3, so that's nice.
JR locked in plus 3.5. That's a pretty good line to have live, especially if you're going outright. Who's why can't I find the? Oh, there we go. It was Daniel Sohn. He said plus 550 live money line.
That's probably when they're down like whatever 15.
That's gonna be a nice call if that ends up hitting plus 550 live.
Auburn just doesn't have like a lot of dudes like that step up, but they do have Green, who's like that's the guy you gotta watch. He got the bucket last time.
Yeah, they have Wendell Green. I like him a lot.
Like he's tough.
He's on and off, kind of like because he doesn't shoot well. He's so up and down, but that Williams guy is like their best 3-point shooter too.
Is he?
Jalen Williams. Yeah, he's like their best 3-point shooter. I bet he'll shoot it again.
It's a physical game.
Or who has it right now? KD Johnson?
Johnson has it.
Oh, he got the call. Nice.
Well, cut it to 9 with a minute left. Maybe I went too quick.
Wait, what?
Cut it to 9 with a minute left.
Who?
Pitt of Notre Dame.
Yeah, they should.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
No.
We're not imagining.
Notre Dame has a lot of good free throw shooters that I trust their guys.
All the bottom teams in each conference, like Notre Dame, Minnesota, Georgetown, they should all have to like compete in the tournament at the end of the season.
Like
for best worst team. That'd be fun to watch.
Notre Dame is like, I don't know how they were so bad this year because their roster, like the majority of the guys from last year's team, which like won a tournament, like they were in the tournament and stuff. They had them. Like I don't know what their fall off was.
Yeah, who's that one guy? Nate Leshevsky, I think.
Yeah, they've had him. They still have like Dane Goodwin,
Cormac Ryan.
They still have Cormac Ryan. They have a lot of guys that were like a part of their.
Yeah, they have solid like senior players.
That's what I'm saying. They have a lot of experienced guys. So,
wait, I forgot about Louisville.
Donovan Mitchell just got hurt in the Celtics game, by the way.
It's not good. Get better.
So take Celtics live spread for even more.
Well, they're up 17, so probably not.
They're up 17?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Walker said Auburn has Bruce Pearl, which is definitely true because I feel like he's a really good coach in like close games because he always just gets so fired up. Like he's the most angry, nicest guy. Like after the game, he's the nicest guy ever, but he's the most angry coach I've ever seen in my life. Like I'm surprised he hasn't had some like heart attack or aneurysm.
He's an emotional guy.
He's from 2 towns over from where I grew up.
You can see veins on his forehead, like on the sideline.
He's got that passion, bro.
He does. He's like a coach that you want to play for, but you're also like kind of scared of at the same time.
Yeah, that's a fair comparison.
He's always just fired up, but like I would not want to get yelled at by him.
Wasn't he the one who got in trouble at Tennessee with the kids who like robbed the store or something? Wasn't that him?
Yeah, there's something.
Yeah, I think so.
He had some kind of like previous issue.
Someone said, JR said everyone was on Mitchell points, so Vegas made the call. Yeah, just like
wait to see the refunds.
I saw something. What did
Oh, come on, Horned Frogs. Oh, damn it. Turn it over.
I saw Damian Lillard was after like his 71-point game. His over-under was 37.5 last night. And like I saw some stats like
under.
Yeah, like 88% of the bets were on the under.
Dude, yeah. Well, I mean, 37, like that is an absurd line.
Yeah. Well, he only ended up getting 25.
He also like didn't play the fourth quarter.
That's true. He only had 35 minutes. He only ended up shooting 2 3 or making 2 threes, I should say.
Well,
do Do you remember that Harden run a couple years ago where he was dropping 50 like every game and his totals was like 38, 39?
Yeah, that's what it was. So like I like Googled it. I was like, what was like the biggest ones? And like Harden had a couple lines that were like the same or like a little bit bigger.
Oh, Daniel is just a trooper. He said it's 3:15 a.m. in Italy right now. Dude.
Shout out to you, Daniel, for
Props
hanging out.
to you for staying up for your bets, man.
That's a loyal viewer.
Yeah, that is. Big shout out.
Clang. Oh, he missed the first free throw too.
Come on, Tide. I hate room for it. I'm like not an Alabama fan normally, but it's all right.
All right.
Free throws for college kids, man. Late in games.
No, it's I swear that's why I don't like betting on college because these kids with the free throws.
Oh, you can't give up a rebound. You missed both. That's what I said, Jimmy. Oh, and then they fouled again. That's really bad.
It looks like Mitchell pulled his quad or something. They just showed a replay.
Really?
Yeah, he grabbed his quad when he fell.
Can't believe that game went to 17. Like just felt like super close. I mean, it is the NBA. Like, it's a quick jump.
Yeah, Tatum got hot.
It's good for the bet.
How long is left in that Auburn game?
3:13. Auburn's up by 2 now because they forgot. Yeah, that's really bad. Now I hope Alabama loses.
They're going to be like the most rooted against team in the tournament, Alabama, because of the whole shit with Miller, I think.
The kid is like so good too. So like
he's getting drafted. It's just a talent. He's getting drafted high too.
He's so good. Like
yeah,
watching him play. 100% the best college player in basketball.
Better than Scoop? Oh, Scoop's not in.
He's not.
Yeah, that's right. Duh.
He's not in college. But they do have there is a few guys that are like non-college that obviously Victor will go like one.
Well, yeah, it'd be Victor, Scoop, and then I don't know who.
There's that other guy, like what's his name, like Amen Thompson. He has like a sick name, like badass name.
That's a good name.
Yeah, I think it's Amen Thompson, which is just awesome.
All right, Bama's down 1. I completely forgot I had hockey.
Rebound.
Yeah. I forgot I have hockey bets tonight too because I don't have them up on the board. But
oh my god, dude! I knew every time I hate taking live teams that look easy live. Auburn just starts doing stuff like this.
Wait, Auburn's 10 for 16 from 3.
All right, you got an M1 chance.
KD had 23 points in 26 minutes, by the way. So that guy who had that boost hit it.
Nice.
You did get that? Good.
His over was like 20 and a half or 21 and a half, depending where you got it. So
I was actually thinking about taking his under, which would have been like.
Well, because the minutes restriction, and you knew they were going to blow them out, so it was a sharp line.
Yeah,
sharp number.
That was my thought process.
What else we got outstanding? Anything that's getting close to the end outside of Bama, Auburn?
I think that's it. The NBA games are just starting second half. Well, the Celtics game's kind of almost over,
right? 3 minutes left in the third. They're up 19.
Come on! Oh, how the
Can you imagine if you would have made that?
Dude, Alabama plays at like such an MVP.
Oh, dude, look at Bruce Pearl. Bruce Pearl is literally about to pop a vein in his forehead.
Yeah, he's not happy.
I don't want to know how many killers are going to have to run if they blow a 17-point lead to Auburn or Alabama. They're going to be running so much tomorrow. They're going to throw up.
Your first game against Bama was so close too.
Oh, he missed. No.
God,
He missed those.
suck. Why can nobody make free throws?
Your Flyers are playing right now. They're actually up against the Rangers.
I saw that.
Are the Flyers going to the Stanley Cup Finals?
Dude, they might be the most poorly run organization like in sports right now. Not even just hockey. They're
not worse than the Twins.
I don't know, dude. I think so. Their GM yesterday said they were like
the Canucks.
Most improved.
The Canucks are more poorly run than the Flyers, I'd say.
I mean, maybe like there's like a few teams, but they're definitely up there.
I thought that hit the back of the rim and then went up and was gonna fall in.
That would have been depressing. Where'd the scoreboard go? I hate no scoreboard. Give me a scoreboard. Good move.
There we go. That's a shooting foul.
Come on, kid. Make your free throws. Take my hoodie off. I'm getting hot. These games make me nervous. I hate how there's that scores just like in the corner of the TCU Texas game.
Who?
They like TCU Texas score at the top. Like I hate like watching a game that I bet on like that. Like just seeing the score.
The worst is slow. You want to know what the worst is? And I'll literally cover my TV during March Madness. I hate when you're watching March Madness and they show all the other scores.
Oh, and the other scores?
Yeah, I hate that.
I need to come up with a well, yeah, because it's either like you bet on it or like you have like if it's a close game, like I'm turning it off because I don't want to see the score. Like I'm nervous, and it's just in the corner. I'm like, these people do not think about the average gambler. It's not cool.
Someone said, gotta look at this now. Pistons comeback? Are they? Oh my! They're only down 2 now.
Who?
What were they down?
The Pistons. They were down like 16, 17 or something.
Oh, that's nothing in today's NBA.
Well, yeah, that's true. They were down. Wait, no, they were down 21 in the third quarter. So it was a little more than 16, 17. Yeah, they were down 21. I see. That's kind of crazy.
Dude. Push it. Push. Johan, what is he doing? Why is he pulling up for 3?
Yeah, I don't know why he stopped right there.
That was hard. They had a layup. That's very stupid.
Yeah, that was questionable. Thunder live bet double down.
No, don't double down. I don't trust the Thunder. They'll probably lose.
Who are the Lakers been playing? It's just Russell, right? There's no AD, no LeBron.
They don't have Russell.
Russell and Beasley? That's their main guys?
No, they don't have Russell.
Oh, yeah, Russell's out. So just Beasley?
Yeah. Beasley,
like Beasley and
Vanderbilt, Bamba, Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, but the Thunder don't have a SGA, so like they're just.
I'm actually surprised Hachimura. I would like expect him to have like a big game tonight, but he's 0 for 2. He only has 2
he's also not good at basketball. That's.
Yeah, but like in this spot, I'd expect him to have like a good game. Same with Lonnie.
All right, good start, Northwestern. They're up 11. Dude, I can't believe they can pull that 3. I swear they had 2 on 1.
I don't know why he did that.
I hate the new like thought process of some of these.
George Mason Fordham is going to overtime at 48-48. That's like the lowest scoring game I've seen in a while.
If you had the under,
I mean,
you're still gonna win probably.
Yeah, the over/under was 137, and it's at 96 at the end of regulation. So they need 40 points or 40.
Yeah, but house and shit, like you could get screwed at the end.
I mean, if it goes to double overtime, yeah. I don't know if there's gonna be 40 points in one overtime, but I guess I've seen crazier.
I've seen crazier things.
Gonzaga is on pace for that 93 plus 150 line. I forgot who said that earlier. Someone said team total 93 for plus 150. Yeah. Oh, it was
B. Walker. Yeah.
Yeah. They're on pace right now. 5 minutes in. Or no, it's 9 minutes in now.
All right, come on, Bama. Give me a bucket.
Come on, Bama.
Who we going to? Quinterly or I just clear out for Miller? Right?
Yeah, just clear out for Miller at this point. Quinterly. They got to shoot. You got to get it up. Are you kidding? He stepped out. He stepped out about. Dude, come on. What are we doing here, Bama?
This is literally the same thing that happened with Kentucky and Vanderbilt. Like, Kentucky was up 2 with like a minute, and then Auburn got a last shot and won. Or, I mean, like, Vandy got the last shot and won.
Auburn's about to nail this shot, aren't they?
It feels like it has that feel.
Wendell Green taking it.
Or it's going to make a foul.
Oh, no. Get it up.
I mean, overtime definitely favors, like, Bama. You get a full 5 minutes.
For sure.
Like, they're a much better team.
Meanwhile, Creighton's up 30 points already. Almost 30. 5 minutes left in the first half. They're almost up 30.
TCU, that game's pretty close. It's only 8 right now.
Donovan Mitchell has 19 points in this quarter, and he's like a minus 15, which is pretty hard to do.
I thought he was like out.
He got hurt, and then he came back, so he wasn't that hurt.
Yeah. All right, that was a good quarter by the Celtics. 15-point win.
Please go to Walker said, "Please go to OT. Fucking hedge. You can't hedge if it goes to OT. You gotta just ride it out."
But he does have. I mean, he could just lock up profit. Like,
true. I forgot he's on both sides.
He can throw like what he bet on. Like, Auburn's probably like plus 100 right now, I would guess. So like, he could just make his money back. I mean, he could just guarantee. I would do that. I would just guarantee myself some. I always do that. Dude, TCU is up by 8 and they're minus 400. I don't know who makes like live betting lines.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, actually.
It's insane. It's not even 10 minutes in the game. All right, so Bama's minus 170 right now.
Well, you got him at minus 135. So.
We gotta It's like overtime lines should also never be like that lopsided, just because it's like, I mean, I don't know. 5 minutes though is a ton of time. What was the spread? Imagine like Bama goes on a huge run and then covers.
Yeah, it was minus 10.
I mean, that's not that crazy with fouls.
That's definitely doable. Yeah.
That's definitely doable. In 5 minutes.
Dude, if I had Auburn spread right now, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be pretty nervous.
What's the other NBA got? Grizzlies Rockets. Has that even started yet?
Yeah, Rockets are down by like 3 in the third, so they're currently covering. Lakers Thunders like keeps flip flopping. Who's winning?
That's a classic letdown spot for the Grizzlies because they just beat the Lakers last night.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Thunder are up by 1 or 2 right now. Oh shit, Grizzlies just went on a little bit of a run, so they're up by 10.
Plus, you see that Josh story that came out today? Pretty wild.
Yeah, that was literally like added into my like thought process. I was like, well, they're dealing with a lot of like noise behind the scenes. I don't know. The Rockets and Spurs are 100% like.
I don't understand. Like they've already locked up a bottom 4. You don't need to keep losing every game.
Yeah, because then it comes down to a lottery, right? Like it's this like lottery.
The bottom four are all 25%. It doesn't matter if you're
Yeah,
4
so
or
it doesn't
worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're like 12 games ahead of or behind the Magic, however you want to look at it. They're
I mean,
not getting caught.
if there was one year to like fully like throw, it would be this year.
Yeah, for sure. No, I
Well,
get
this
it,
is
but
great.
like,
Oh god, they're doing another 3.
No
Bang!
way. No way. They're gonna cover, aren't they?
I don't know.
Anyone in here like Auburn plus 10, look away.
That's the thing with quick runs, though. Like that took 40 seconds to get 5 points. Auburn.
if you had Auburn plus 10 and you didn't hedge with Bama money line at some point, then that's your problem.
Yeah, you're actually like very right. Oh, what? They called like away from the ball foul. That ref investigated him, please.
Dakota, so the Southern Indiana one is supposed to be under 151.5. It's not a team total. It's just the total for the game. Under
I'll change it right now. That's my bad.
Oh no, that's fine. I didn't even see that. I thought I saw a 1 in there. Yeah, under 151.5 for the game. So just hedge Auburn. Yeah, that was smart, Daniel, to hedge. Because now you basically lock in profit. You have a plus 550 and a plus 190. Or are you the same guy who said plus 550?
Before those free throws, Bama was minus 500.
Yeah, so dude, Daniel has Bama money line plus 550 and now Auburn money line plus 190. So he wins no matter what. Essentially.
Those are big free throws though, especially for the spread. Dude, because if Bama gets up by like 7 before 2 minutes, then you might be in trouble.
I also have no idea what happened to Oklahoma. They were tied in the first half, and now they're down 20 or 19.
Yeah, that's not good. I wanted us both to win, but I'm not gonna lie.
Is Northwestern winning too?
What?
They're up by 12 right now, but it's very early, like first half.
Okay.
So we can't get too excited with the Cats.
I think Oklahoma is a loser.
Oh my god, that was a big 3.
That was a huge 3 if you think about it, because now if Alabama would have scored an offensive foul, what?
Yeah, they're gonna have to review that.
How are you gonna call that in a game like this? Come on.
Yeah, sometimes these guys get too involved too.
You can't call that. Yo, Nate Oates is looking a little like Bruce Pearl right now.
Yeah, he's not happy. Coach
He's not very happy.
Another
one. Offensive foul right back because he pushed off.
Dude, I don't think those I just let them play.
Well, okay, the one thing I will agree with for those kind of ones is actually that was pretty bad. He didn't even extend his arm.
He sold that more than I think
he went. He sold that. He didn't extend his arm at all. Yeah, that's a bad call. Bruce Pearl's pissed.
Team up, coach.
Team up. Double technical. Come on, get him out of there.
I was listening to a podcast, and it was I forget which coach it was, and they were just yeah, you get away. They give you a certain amount of words you can say, and then they have enough. It's got to be so hard to not get teed up in a game.
Yeah, looking back, I just rewound it. That was a horrible offensive foul call.
Who's this guy?
He didn't extend his arm at all. He dipped his shoulder a little bit, but that's not really an offense. I mean,
college refs just love offensive fouls. It's a known.
I think they just like calling them to pump up the crowd.
Yeah. I also think college basketball is the most poorly officiated sport, by a landslide.
Over the NBA?
Yeah, I think the NBA is imagine reffing the NBA. It's got to be really hard.
Well, yeah, that's true. The NBA is pretty bad.
How do you officiate Giannis or Embiid or Luka? Because they're so hard. I don't think college is so much slower, so it should be way easier to officiate.
That's true. That is.
They just have. You need way more refs for college. Just way more games, so there's not as many good ones.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. There's so many teams.
Do you think college basketball refs are worse than MLB umpires?
Yes, dude. I think being an umpire, like balls and strikes, they get like they don't.
It's
Like
tough.
they deserve so much more credit. Like,
have you ever watched like one of those videos where it's like umpire POV and you gotta like? Have you? I remember watching one of those, and it's like it is really. I will say it's tough, like especially with the naked eye. Like if you see like a curveball, like I mean those pitches are coming at 100 miles an hour. Like they're tough to call, but
yeah,
like
they deserve a lot of credit.
they're also paid a lot though.
Except
so,
for Angel Hernandez, who might be the
Angel
worst one in the
Hernandez.
industry.
Yeah, Angel Hernandez. Angel Hernandez should not be there. And it always feels like he umps like big games, or
Yep.
like he's just always there.
And Joe West. Remember when Joe West, like a player was sliding for home, and I forget who it was, but like Joe West, like he got tripped by the player and he like couldn't stand up. He was literally stuck on the ground, and I'm like, this guy is umping professional sports games and he can't stand.
Dude, but
Like
he had so much like clout from like players like loved him. Like I don't know why I know this, but he has like his own podcast, like Joe West, and it like players come on like all the time. Like they like him. Like I don't know. He must have been like a cool guy, just not like. I mean, I guess he was a good ump. He was in the league for like 50 years or whatever, 40 years.
Cavs cut it to 13, FYI.
I didn't need that notification.
Walker said, got refs trying to make a name for themselves so they can move up to the NBA, so they call everything in college.
Dude, maybe they just need to be better. Like,
imagine there were like college basketball officiating like drafts. They got like drafted.
We missed free throws.
Also, college refs are part-time gigs. Like, remember Gene Steratore used to call NFL games and college basketball games?
That's true.
All right, NFL refs not being like full time, that might be the craziest thing. Like,
it's unbelievable.
Nobody talks about.
On the topic of officiating, though, how much do you love the XFL's like full look into the officiating? Like, I like that a lot. That's one of my favorite parts about watching the XFL games. Like, you hear their conversation, and you're like in the booth with them. I think that's so cool to see. So like the XFL is doing some interesting things to try and like establish themselves like as a competitor with NFL. Like I don't think they'll be able to long course, but I mean they're doing some pretty cool things with like stuff like that. It's like,
well, they're not competing against NFL. They're competing against, college basketball. And
that's true.
NBA.
That's true. They're not really competing with the NFL. So that's
they honestly have like I think they have like a partnership with the NFL now.
Do they?
Yeah, they have like some kind of like deal with
well, yeah, I know like The Rock owns them or something, right? Or is he like part owner?
He's got a piece of them, yeah. He's not the
owner. Like part owner.
Yeah, they have like some deal with them.
But I mean, I think they're in a good spot.
Shout out to XFL. If anyone who works there is watching, could sponsor the Morning Edge. We can be your official gambling broadcast.
Yeah, we're interested in working together.
Very interesting.
Another thing, they have like the live odds up on the scoreboard during the XFL games. Well, not live odds. Well, sometimes they show them, but they have like the betting lines on the scoreboard, which is like cool to see too.
Yeah, the XFL is like very into gambling, which is cool.
Bring in DeadPres during the between quarters with his live bets for the XFL. We can do it all remotely. Let's do it.
Set it up. Have some fun with it.
Oh, that's no way he makes that. What? How did Johnson make that?
Now they might lose again.
He had a hand up in his face, like so. Oh, come on. Uh-oh. Wait, how many threes does KD Johnson have?
Like 12.
Just Johnson?
No. I don't know.
He's 4 for 4 from 3. That's nuts.
He's not even like that great of a shooter, is he?
Is he? Let me see his season numbers. Hold on. KD Johnson. He's not even that. He's 27 for 91 from 3. He's 29% on the season.
Yeah, it's not great.
He's not even like top 500. Oh, at that point, you just instead of putting that up, you should have like dished it back out.
Just kick it
and
out.
Just, like, reset it. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate when they do that.
Like I get you right under the basket, but he had two guys open out on the perimeter. Like just get it back out and take time because there's under a minute left. He could have taken an extra 20 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's true. Just transfer 5. All right, I have a late night play. We're gonna be off the stream, so like you don't have to add it here, Nigel. But just for people watching, Utah State. I'm officially going all in on Utah State.
Ooh, all in.
Yeah, well, not all in, but
I was gonna say all in. Like how many units we talking?
I'm betting on them.
Who you guys like in the Blazers Pels game? That is, I would ask Dead, or I'd ask Max. I am not. He's a much better NBA capper than me. I don't look at a whole lot of NBA. I'd say the over though. I kind of like that over. 235.
I'd actually take the Pels to the points, but they're so cold that it's scary. But they're also so due, so I would get Pels.
They are due. That's true.
They're very.
And the Blazers are on a back-to-back too.
Yes, they are.
Let me see their back-to-back. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up their back-to-back numbers this season.
Pull them up, man.
I'm pulling them out. We're gonna get these stats up ASAP. Back-to-back. They are 6-4 this season, actually. So they are above 500 after a back-to-back.
It doesn't help me at all. keep that stat to yourself. At least we got a fun live. This is a good game for a live stream.
It's a good game, yeah. 85-83 overtime. Texas has cut the lead a little bit. Oh, never mind. They're still down 8.
Well, that game's kind of been around 8.
That's true.
Okay,
Oklahoma's down 15. I just need a miracle, like last minute cover here. It's possible.
Bama needs to hit this free throw badly because otherwise I'm feeling like a weird loss. All right, there we go. You gotta get a stop here. If they stop him here, I think they're good.
Yeah, if they stop him here, it should be it. Especially if they take it to under 30. Because if they score here above 30, they're going to play it out.
Yeah. Auburn's got to get quicker than those.
Oh. All right. Well, that's bad because now they can't play it out. Actually, they technically could, but they won't.
No, play it out.
Are they going to play it out?
19 defense, because then it's like, all right, I like this. Oh, they're going to try.
No way. Oh, okay, they did foul. I was going to say, no way they play this out with 5 seconds left. I need
that
Kansas.
Would have been very bold, but like I could see it.
I need Kansas State to put in all the bench players here and just let Oklahoma get back in it and cover.
They might.
The NHL bets are looking really good, but I don't have any of them up there on the board. So
they can count as like a moral win.
Yeah. Well, okay, so I have the Devils money line as an underdog. They're up 3-0. I have the Oilers Leafs over 6.5, and they're at 6 goals in the second period. And then Rangers Stars in a money line parlay, and they're both tied. So
hockey, I haven't done. I used to do way more hockey, to be honest. I've kind of cut back this year.
It can be super easy to bet, and then at the same time, when you're like cold, it's like the hardest sport to hit in because betting puck lines is hard, and the money lines are so juiced. It's like you're either doing really good or really bad, if that makes sense. Because it's like
good day. Push it. No. Pull it out. Don't shoot.
What was that?
Dude, this team is not very smart. Just like pull the ball out.
Nate Oates needs to teach them the under 2-minute offense or something.
Good Lord. I don't know what they're doing.
Why wouldn't you just dribble that out at that point?
That's what I'm saying. You literally could just like dribble yourself out to a win.
Zag's team total live is 93.5 for plus 150.
What was it pregame?
93.5. but it was plus 146, so it's gone up plus 008.
It's not bad.
What do they have? So they're at 37 at the last media timeout. 4 minutes left. That's probably gonna hit.
I think so too.
Because I feel like with teams like them, if they're sniffing like on pace for 100, they're gonna try to break 100 just to do it. Like,
well, the scary thing is like you don't want them to be winning by so much.
yeah, but like Gonzaga's bench can still score easily on Chicago State too. So it's like
they'll just keep it on them.
The real question is Auburn at this point you think going to be in?
Yeah. I don't know. I think taking Bama to overtime, even though that might sound dumb, and losing that's going to help their resume.
That's true. They're a last four bye. It says they're a last four bye right now. So they're an 11 seed.
Who do they play in the last week?
Auburn plays Tennessee at home. That's going to be their game. Like, that is their deciding factor to me.
I think so.
If they win, I feel like they're in for sure. As far as a bye, I mean, they might even get the last four in. But Alabama, this game, like you said, I feel like an overtime win here or overtime loss, and then beating Tennessee, like they have to be in.
Yeah, I think that would get them in.
It's interesting if they lose, though. If they lose both games,
is that game over? The Bama game yet?
6 seconds.
It's pretty much over. Yeah, they can't score. It's a 2-possession game with 6 seconds, so it's over.
Are we greening it?
Yeah, it has to be green. Yeah, they're taking the last shot now. Nice.
Green.
So Daniel hit plus 550 live on Bama money line. That's a great hit right there.
Great job. Is Daniel in Italy? Is that the
Daniel stayed up till 3. Well, what is it now? 3:45 a.m. to watch Bama win. So
Daniel stayed up late to get rich, and I love that.
Do you think Clemson is in? That's tough.
No.
You don't think they are in?
No, not right now. Because the ACC is so bad, dude. Like, it's not even like their fault.
That's true. But they're 13-6. Like, I mean, that's still decent for the ACC. Like, even with as bad as they were this year. But
yeah, I'd have them like slightly out right now. Like, last spot out. Like, big. They can get.
All right, take the underdogs live. Underdogs live because the dogs are barking.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, so the hard thing for Clemson is their last game is at home against Notre Dame, which means they can't, like, because they're supposed to win that game by so much. Like, it's not a good resume builder. That's the hard part for them. So I think it's really going to depend on, like, their tournament, but I don't know. They're probably going to be – I'm going to guess they're going to be a last four in. That depends because Boise State's the last four in. They're probably going to make it. That's tough. Mississippi State.
I think Boise's win last night puts them in.
Yeah, they're going to be in for sure. Wisconsin's a bubble team. I bet they're going to be in. So basically, it's like between Arizona State.
Wisconsin's going to be like I know like they could get in. I don't know like how they're gonna though. Like I don't think they just don't look good to me. I mean, I guess they're good enough, but like. The eye test. When I watch Wisconsin, I do not think like, oh, they're a 21 team.
Oklahoma State is also a last four in, but the problem is they're a Big 12 team, so their schedule is going to be like, even though they don't have as good of a record, they're going to be viewed as higher because they played in the Big 12, and they've lost 5 in a row, which is tough. If they lose against Texas Tech, I think they're going to be out for sure. Just because you can't finish the season losing 6 in a row and get an at-large, like
no, it's not a good way.
That just doesn't happen.
Just what happened? Oklahoma has cut the lead to 11.
All right, miracle cover.
Not even like that crazy right now. Now there's only 2:30, but like 2 stops.
You need a miracle cover here.
I know.
That Alabama game. So, Texas TCU was supposed to be on ESPN2, but the Alabama game went so long. There's only 3 minutes left in the first half, and it just came on.
I know that game is that game is so packed up. I haven't even watched like a second of the TCU game.
It hasn't been on. Well, it was on probably like ESPN3.
No, it wasn't. They usually put it on ESPN News. It still wasn't on. Oh, it was on ESPN News. It was on ESPN News.
Kansas State made a 3.
I wanted us to both win. At that point, I felt pretty. Nigel, can you green one leg of the parlay?
I don't think that's how it works.
I think that's how we need it to work.
Although I did it with your ladder.
You don't have to rub it in my face, okay?
I just think it's good for I don't know, energy.
You don't need to rub it in my face.
We got a lot of green on here.
Okay, yeah. We started with a lot of red up there, and there's a lot of green up there now.
Yeah. Who gave us the Evan Mobley pick, Sean? I think we need him to give us another pick.
Yeah, Sean.
Dude, TCU just ran an insane play. Are you watching that, Ben? They ran a football play on an inbounds for no reason. And
Wait, who?
It miserably failed. TCU.
Oh yeah, no, I did see that.
That was insane. They ran the guy ran a go route, and the guy thought he was quarterback.
Oh, Kansas State turnover.
So you're not dead. That's the worst at the end of a game, though, when you're trying to convince yourself. You're I'm not dead yet.
When it's you gotta convince yourself that they're not about to lose.
Yeah, it's just
even though it's probably about to lose.
All right, guys, we got about 8 minutes left. Then we're gonna log it off.
We'll update the board for tomorrow and go over it on the morning edge, unless of course there's a lot of red
put them
on
in
there.
over Auburn. Wait, Walker, are you saying you'd put Clemson in over Auburn?
It's not like an
or Oklahoma State, because we were talking about a few different teams. Boise State we talked about too, and Oklahoma State.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad of a I don't think Auburn's that good. It was just they started the year pretty strong.
Yeah.
Their start definitely kind of
the bubble it's hard right now because Michigan's on the bubble, UNC's on the bubble. I feel like UNC is gonna get in. I feel like there's not that many bubble spots.
UNC, dude, I don't know though. UNC probably will get in, you're right, but I don't think they should.
They probably shouldn't, but just because they're a blue blood, they're probably gonna.
Yeah,
they're gonna be favored.
Their name's gonna get them
in. But you know what? Alabama did not end up making the college football playoff, so maybe UNC won't get picked for March Madness because maybe it's not the age of just picking based off the name anymore. Because UNC, I mean, their schedule, it's I don't know. It's a hard. I would not want to be someone who has to decide who makes the tournament because it's so hard to match up schedules based on conferences, strengths of schedule, recent performance. Because it's how much weight do you put into games earlier in the season or later games in the season? It's tough to tell. They're on a pretty good run.
Kansas State's only down 10 or up 10, Ben.
Yeah, but it's an official review for a flagrant, I believe, on Oklahoma. That's what it looked like. I have it muted, so I can't tell what's going on, but it looks like I think they're reviewing it for a flagrant.
It doesn't help you.
And that's gonna. Oh, it's a flagrant. Flagrant 2
on Oklahoma.
Yes, that just killed it. That killed it.
Yeah, they were only a 3 away from a cover. Right?
They were only a 3 away from the cover, and now they just got a flagrant 2, which means he gets 2 and the ball.
You need him to make 1 and then a stop just to have a chance.
He made both.
Yeah,
that one's over.
It's the icing on the cake. I'm sorry, but you can't win them all.
It's so weird to think that game was it looked so close in the first half.
Yeah, well, that game got out of control quick. That's the best though. Like when you're on another just the little run gets them going.
All right, let's get a turnover here. Oh, they got the trap. No, they don't. Dang it! I thought we had it, man. It was so. Imagine the swing there, because he was about to make a shot down 10, so they were going to be down 8, and instead it's a flagrant 2 the other way, and now they're down 12.
Yeah, that's rough.
Oh, that's tough.
They would have had a great chance at like a back.
Betting. That's betting for you.
You think Texas? All jokes aside, I know we're on opposite sides, but do you think like live betting their spread's good?
No.
You think they're just gonna get? I can't see this game being like a blowout like it is right now.
Really? I think at this point, this feels like the Xavier game where Texas will cut it close and then go down big again.
I can see that. But what's the live spread? Like, say the live's 10.
If it was 10, which I doubt. Actually, they were +3 pregame, so they might be +10. It's locked for me.
That might be good for you. That might mean they just scored. No, they didn't.
Nope, they missed. Every team I bet on, the other team has gone on a run at some point and just like run away with the game. Happened to Kansas State, happened to Xavier, happened to Texas now, happened to Oklahoma. Literally every game I've bet on tonight, there's been a run the other way.
How's your South Indiana under look? Is that anything?
I don't think it started. I think it starts at 9, I think.
Oh, 9 your time.
I think. I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention to that one.
Yeah, Texas is +11.5 right now, by the way.
Yeah, it starts at 9. It's about to start.
All right, guys. Well, a couple minutes left. Just want to appreciate everyone who hopped on, who's hanging out with us.
Yeah,
it's been a good thing.
It's fun. Talk some college basketball futures.
Yeah,
Matt and I both love UCLA, so maybe that's an inclination. If UCLA wins this year, we're gonna look like a couple of sharps.
We'll be smart. That's all I'm saying. We'll wait till this TCU first half ends.
But actually, now that I say that, UCLA is probably gonna be a 1 seed, so it's not really that sharp. But like, still, calling the winner is pretty good.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, like that. It's different. It doesn't really matter what seed you are in college because predicting a winner is very different.
Well, yeah, because like March Madness is the hardest thing to predict. Like, there's a reason there's never been a perfect bracket before. Like,
it's
so much crazy stuff happens.
Betting like sides in March Madness, not easy.
Yeah, no, even that's hard. I actually kind of like totals. Like you said, the sides are tough. There's always so many upsets. And they're always unpredictable, like except for the 5-12s. But
yeah, they're a little bit easier, but still.
I think your Celtics -5 is pretty safe. By the way, they're up 13 with 1:20 left.
Funny thing is, I actually haven't like put that game on for 1 second tonight, except the one time I did. And
it's pretty good. Mitchell at 44. Tatum's got 39. They just pulled Mitchell, so he's probably done.
So coincidentally, my hockey picks aren't up on the board, and they're trending 3-0 right now.
Maybe there's a board curse.
Yeah, maybe I can't have the bets up on the board. Like maybe it's a curse. If I end up going 3-0 on the hockey, I'll be upset because they aren't on the board.
I think my Thunder are gonna lose. They're down 9 with 7 minutes.
That's a big win for the Lakers.
The Grizzlies are down 24, so I'll probably go 1 and 2 in the NBA on these. All right, Texas cut it to 12. They have a little bit of momentum.
Oh no, the back door is open here. The Cavs just cut it to 8.
No.
What's the line? -5?
Yeah, it's 40 seconds left.
Yeah, I didn't know you were doing NBA. I thought it was only college basketball, so that's my bad. I would have put my hockey up.
It's all good. It's whatever. Oh no. Celtics just turned it over, and Garland pulls up for 3 and nails it.
No way!
They're bringing Mitchell back. They're bringing Mitchell back in. There's 20 seconds left though.
Stop!
This is a wild sell by the Celtics.
Let's just want to wait till this one goes final till we go off. It's 25 seconds left.
Oh no! Is it gonna happen?
Dude, this is a ridiculous by the Celtics. They turned it over 3 times with like a minute left when you're up like 13.
Yeah, they're gonna ice up. I believe. Smart. See, I'm in weird grounds right now, rooting for the Celtics.
Yeah, you guys are cheering for 2 different reasons. Well, actually, kind of the same reason. But
Well, they're gonna win, but the cover now is in jeopardy.
The cover's in big jeopardy, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to the Cavs possession.
The thing is, like, if they miss here, sometimes they'll just like let you go and like let the game go.
Well, if the Cavs miss a shot here, then they'll cover because they'll just let it go.
Yeah, they'll probably just let the clock run.
Yeah, they'll let the clock run. But if they hit a 3 here and cut it to 4, then we're playing free throw game.
Walker said Ziegler's out for Tennessee. I actually forgot that.
So did I.
Yeah, that's actually pretty big because he's like their ball mover. He's their point guard. Like he's the main guy who's facilitating the offense. So that's kind of big. Didn't they have another injury? Oh no, he came back. Tyreek Key, I think he was back. But Julian Phillips is out too, isn't he? I think
he came back.
Phillips came back, didn't he?
Phillips and like that Jordan Johnson guy, they've been like
out of the line. Phillips came back already last game, but Ziegler is big. I forgot about that. I mean, even then, to be honest, I didn't really like Tennessee for a future even before that, just because they're so cold offensively sometimes. Like they just go on the coldest stretches ever. Like how many games do they have this year where they scored under 60 points?
Definitely a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, 4 times in the past 7 games they scored under 60 points.
It's a Mitchell. Oh, he got a clean look.
Did he hit it? You're ahead of me.
Oh, no, they tipped it in for 2 though.
Oh, that's fine.
So they're gonna keep fouling.
Yeah, but 2 does nothing for you there.
It doesn't kill me.
So what are they up?
Matt's way ahead of me.
They're pushing right now.
Like down 5 with 17 left. If the other team makes a free throws, you're not winning.
Probably not, but you could miss. Oh, he hit it.
Yeah, I said if he makes them.
It's a big emphasis.
Georgetown is down 33 right now in the middle of the second half.
Yeah, it's not good. All right, he made both.
You're way ahead of me. So.
Here comes Mitchell. It's Garland from the logo. He got it.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
He got it from the logo?
I mean, it was deep. I might have exaggerated slightly. Jaylen Brown almost turned it over. Dude, they didn't foul. They lost.
No
so
way.
4?
Stop
that
it.
Was yeah, they didn't foul at the end. They just like dribbled around.
Are you kidding me?
That's that's a brutal loss on your bet. Sorry.
I've lost way worse.
That's brutal. That was like San Diego State last night.
Yeah, sometimes you lose close ones, boys.
And on that note,
Walker said that Georgetown should put Patrick Ewing in. That'd be interesting. Maybe he'll score.
It's not a bad strategy, actually.
It's not a bad strategy at this point.
Throw him in the game. Why not?
What coach do you think would be the best player at their current age? Do you think right now? Like I'm thinking like
Penny Hardaway.
Coach anymore?
He could be pretty good.
I would say maybe Musselman. He's got like a good frame for basketball.
Yeah, it has to be someone who used to be like in the NBA.
Ooh, I know. Oh wait, no. Maybe Ben Johnson because he's so young. He's my coach. I'm a little biased there, but he's so young still. Like he'd actually do pretty well out there.
Yeah,
you want to wrap it up, Matt?
Yeah, we'll call it a night. But Morning Edge tomorrow. We'll give out some winners and have fun. But thanks again, guys, hanging around with us. Fun night, watching the games, and we'll see you guys tomorrow morning.